Welcome back to the Section 10 Podcast, episode 463, presented by Underdog Fantasy. It is the home of your 13-10, third place Boston Red Sox. My name is Jared Carabas, and I am a certified G and a bona fide stud, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Coley Mick, and he's 7 foot tall, and you can't teach that. And this right here, this is Tyler Milliken, and he killed his dog Bullet, and you can't teach that. Bada boom, realest guys in the room. Steve, how you do it?
Ooh, what up, Section 10 of the building?
In the mother fucking building. Presented by Blue Moon.
Suck one.
I got bad news. I got good news and bad news. Which one do you want first?
Let's go bad.
Bad?
Yeah.
All right. The bad news is it's not allergies. I'm actually sick. So I'm gonna sound like an asshole for this whole podcast.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna battle. I'm gonna sound like an asshole doing it. But turns out not allergies, actually sick. Which one do you want next?
Probably the good.
More bad news.
Good. More bad, or you got good?
I just want to throw up.
Bad news. I'm about to puke right now.
Bad news. I'm going to puke. Coley, what do you want?
Let's go 3 for 3 on bad.
All right. Bad news. Triston Casas out indefinitely.
God fucking damn.
Yeah. They didn't use the word indefinitely, but like they used every synonym for it for sure.
Cora acts like he's digging the grave for him. Like every time Cora speaks is like it's the worst injury I've ever seen. I've never seen a worse injury.
He might be concerned.
Well, like we put him on the plane. Don't know if we'll ever see him again.
Yeah.
Yeah, the air pressure might kill him.
Yep.
We don't know if the plane cabin pressure is going to squeeze him to death.
Yep. That to me, I'm not like a KFC cancel the season guy. You'll learn this about me. Over the course of a season, I'll cancel the season 10, 20 times. I did that today in today's notes. Triston Casas out indefinitely, season's cooked. That's the second line. The first line is I stand corrected. This is actually the worst lineup that I've ever seen, which was a callback to a few games prior. Yes, it was the season series finale against the Guardians. This may be one of the worst lineups I've ever seen. And then today we get I stand corrected. This is the worst lineup that I've ever seen. We're going to work our way up to the Triston Casas injury discussion because that comes later on. We go chronological here. It's just I don't make the rules. Tyler does.
Yes, I do.
So we're gonna go chronological. But I am arguably the most confused that I've ever been as a Red Sox fan because this team sucks, but they're winning. So it's like you want to be happy and excited that they're winning, but the team is bad and injuries to all their best players happen on a daily basis. So it's like they'll lose Rafael Devers and then win the baseball game. And then they'll lose Tyler O'Neill and you're like, well, now they're definitely fucked. And then they'll sweep the Pirates and then they'll lose Triston Casas. And then you're like, oh man, this is not good at all. And then they'll just win the baseball game. So I don't know how to feel. Like eventually it's almost like when you played MVP baseball 2005 and you played until 2005. So you played until like 2040. So all the players in the rosters were just made up names that you've never heard of. I feel like the Red Sox are going to win the World Series this year with all players that we've never even heard of right now. Like the guys that they're going to win the championship with are not even on the 40 man right now.
Well, if you play the Pirates the entire time, I'm not going to lie. I knew the Pirates weren't great. They've now lost 6 in a row. This is like one of the worst teams I've ever seen, just mentally wise. They were getting like pitch clock violations like almost every inning. O'Neill Cruz like looks so lost at the plate that he's like swinging awkwardly. He's dropping like pop flies right up into him. Like that was a pathetic performance by the Pirates, but they were what you were, a week ago. And that's where you kind of are with these teams when you're below 500 or mediocre. Some weeks you look like the Red Sox did right now. The next week you look friggin' horrendous and people laugh at you.
It was a hilarious. Oh, already,
no.
right.
I wasn't ready. Oh, fuck.
He's never ready.
I'm nowhere near ready.
How is this never just like on hand?
I mean, Steve, this is year 2 or 3 of the haikus. He's never prepared. Ever. Not one. I can't remember the last time that I hit the music and he was like, here we go. Never ready. It's crazy. Dude has his own segment that leads off the show. We might even get to the end of the song. I've never heard the end of the song before.
We might get there, okay.
How deep do you hide these haikus?
No.
Yeah.
I tweet a lot. There's a lot of tweets going out. All right.
Yeah, I mean,
Get them together.
Maybe. Sox home run derby. Bello was filthy. Nasty. 9-toed Ref Snyder. I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling hard. No.
I can't have this.
You knew that was coming.
You know,
You do, like,
Tyler.
It would be one thing if he didn't prepare for the shows. He sends us a 4-page document of
4
everything
pages.
that happened in the series.
Yep.
Put them in that,
Yeah.
dum-dum.
Yeah, so when Tyler gets back, I'm going to ask him, what kind of laptop do you have? Like, if you have the Notes app, just when you tweet the haiku, all you got to do is copy the link and then paste it in the note so that at the end of the series, Tyler, what kind of laptop you got?
I just do everything at my regular setup, like my PC.
Okay, that's not what I asked.
What kind of
This is crazy.
What kind of answer was that?
Hey, Tyler,
I got a setup over here.
Sometimes I like Dunkin', sometimes I like Starbucks. It
Depends
really
what day.
depends on the day.
I don't know. Yeah.
Depends on the day.
Frappuccino.
If I want a hot coffee, I'll go to Dunk's. But if I want something cold, I go to Starbucks.
Sometimes I
Yeah.
got a culotta.
Yeah, it depends. It really depends.
And on Tuesdays, I get a Red Bull.
Yeah.
Can you rephrase the question?
No. What kind of
There's
fucking
nothing wrong
laptop
with
do
the
you have?
phraseology of the
It's
question.
an old Mac Airbook.
The problem was not with the question. The problem was with your interpretation.
What the hell did he mean by what laptop do I
I don't
have?
do it in my laptop. I never sit on my laptop.
Can you be more
What
specific,
the hell
please?
does that mean, dude?
Yeah.
When we just asked you when we threw to you for haikus, you looked to the right. What did you look at?
My second monitor.
So a computer.
Yes, a PC.
Okay. That's the answer to the question. I have a PC.
That's what I said.
No, it's not.
At no point. At no point.
No, you're just like, I got my work set up or whatever. You didn't answer the question at all. Everyone's got a work set up. Could be anything.
Anything.
Play my music.
All right. But just for future reference, will you be able to copy the links to your haikus so that when we do taikus, they're ready to go when we hit the music?
Yes, and I will admit, Coley, I never thought about actually putting them in the document. That is a pretty good idea.
What about like hitting the old bookmark? You a bookmarker on Twitter?
No, not really. I use that for my
That's even
memes.
better.
Yeah.
That way it's not cluttered. So you
Mhm.
can just bookmark them the second you send them out, and then they'll be on top of each other.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are right. Hey, as a guy, I can stand up and say I'm wrong. This was on me. I'll
That was
take fault
big
for
of you.
this. Thank you.
That's big of you. All right, from the top, please.
Wait, from the top, I already got rid of the first one.
Oh my god.
I mean,
This guy.
You
In
have
3
to-
games, that's 3 coups.
that's crazy. I mean, like, you have to expect that I'm going to want it from the top. Like, we had to
Yeah, from
stop
the top.
after the first one. So I want to experience it from the top. Because I was so thrown off by the fact that we had one haiku and then just silence when we already had 90 seconds of silence waiting for the first one. I just want a smooth process. Is that crazy? Steve, is that crazy to just want it to be smooth?
Fair to ask. I think he's going to learn from this, though. I do.
I think because of what just happened, that haikus are going to run as smoothly as they possibly can from this point forward.
Mhm.
This, Steve,
I had my weather issue. This is a Taiku issue. It's fixable.
yeah, you came back from it, Tyler.
Don't, Steve. Don't even fucking compare yourself to me in the Haikus
what?
right now.
What is
I'm
Tyler,
sorry. I'm sorry.
He's
Let me speak.
Tyler,
Let me
he's
speak.
trying
Let me
to
speak.
fucking build you up, and you're
I try to
attacking him
help
for trying to
Tyler.
help you.
Steve put millions of people at fucking risk multiple times. I fucked up once. I
Yeah,
fucked
okay.
up and I didn't have tweets pulled
Tyler.
up.
That's
No, you
fair.
messed up on Haikus twice.
Oh, I did twice? When was
Yes.
the other fuck up? Today?
Fucking
Remember?
balloons, bitch.
Remember when I was getting suspended and you went into Haikus? You've messed up twice.
That was crazy.
That is
was
true.
crazy.
That you have
That was
messed
crazy.
up.
Wait,
Yes.
We're just going to
The
pile on
only
people
time you've
now?
ever been ready. The only time you've ever been ready for Haikus, you went on the wrong music.
Yep. You're like, oh shit, haiku time? No, not haiku time. Yeah, we're gonna find that sweet spot. You're either too soon or you're too late.
Tyler,
Just
you're
keep swinging.
gonna have this down. I'm being supportive here.
He's being supportive.
Thank you,
You know,
Steve.
I would have your back if I felt otherwise, Tyler.
I don't know. I'm not sure anymore.
I mean, Cole,
Coley?
I do like that Tyler is always like ready to tear someone apart.
He's always,
Being
he's
a-
always
yeah.
a second away from Steve. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't want that to change.
No.
I enjoy it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you two do not.
I hate it, but yeah.
You two being Steve and Tyler, I think Jared also enjoys it.
yeah,
Jake?
Jake.
Yeah, it's really fun.
I'll be like, Tyler, you're great. He's like, go fuck yourself, dude.
Yeah.
I hate you forever.
Right.
Yeah,
Listen,
fine with
I-
it.
you gotta keep that
Totally
edge.
fine with it.
That's how you achieve greatness. You got to have an edge. and
It is
T-Dog has
surprising
it.
when he does it. It catches me off guard every time because he'll just be
Yeah.
like straight face and then bang, go into like killer mode.
Yeah.
So
I'm a
Right.
friendly guy. You have to push me to the edge, but when I get pushed to the edge, I'm going to fucking choke you
pushed
to
to
death.
the
I
edge when
promise
I'm
you. I'm
like,
going to fucking kill you.
I'm rooting for you, Tyler. That's pushing you to the edge.
Yes. I don't like to be
His
supported.
starting point is the edge.
Okay.
That's what you don't
Yeah,
understand.
yeah,
He
yeah.
starts on the edge, and then you show up, and he's like, "Don't you dare fucking
Don't you push me
me
over the
Right.
edge.
Mhm.
I'm already on this thing.
Right. All right. You ready?
Let's do it. Sox home run derby. Bello was filthy, nasty. Nine-toed ref Snyder. Kutter grinded 6. Massa and Wilyer are fixed. Series win, we lit. Wilyer, catch-up king. Ref Snyder, murking lefties. Sox sweep. PNC. A series of Haikus by Tyler Milliken.
So that was good. That was good.
Yeah, Steve, what do you have to say?
This is what he Tyler.
Compliment me.
I
Compliment
literally
me.
am clapping. I'm
He
clapping.
clapped. He clapped.
I don't want actions. I want words.
No,
He
you're not
clapped.
getting words asking
Words
for
of
him like
affirmation.
that. No way. No way.
No one else prefers words over action.
Jake,
no one in
way.
the world.
Jake, give me some words.
I got nothing.
I thought that they were
Tyler.
good haikus. I like when they rhyme. I know people will. Tyler.
You know what? I want to apologize. I think the first 15 minutes of this podcast, I may be a little aggressive. I'm a bit under the weather today.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're
he-
sick
he's
too.
been
You trying
pooping.
to steal my shine?
He's been pooping.
I've shit a lot of water today. Not many
Yeah.
solids.
That's called pee.
No,
Yeah.
not when it comes out your butt. That's not
He's
pee.
doing those butt peas today.
Yeah.
I'm building
Classic.
back up. I'm going to be okay. Just a little dehydrated.
Did you weigh yourself today?
No, not the day after a cheat day.
Dude pisses out of his ass 9 times and doesn't want to weigh himself.
I do
I
feel
like that
kind of
would be the
light.
time to do it. No.
I feel a little more athletic than I usually do.
Okay. All right. To the notes. To the notes we go.
Mhm.
But before we do that, how about some promo codes?
Yeah.
Because the MLB season is in full swing and Underdog Fantasy, well, they want to make it a lot more interesting. Underdog Fantasy is the easiest place to play fantasy sports. Playing their pick'em game is as simple as selecting higher or lower on player stats, strikeouts, total bases, home runs, and so much more. Make entries of all baseball or mix and match across your other favorite sports. You can win up to 100 times your money, and it's a ton of fun. We did it during the live stream, which by the way, am I going to see everyone on Wednesday?
Yeah.
Steve too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Tyler?
Yeah, big day.
No.
Tyler, no? Why?
I have a family matter I need to handle.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Oh, yes.
Thank you.
Okay, you're excused. Jake, will you be there?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay. So what we have to discuss live streams because that's what gets the folks in the chat going.
Big time.
Yeah, they loved it.
But even before that, if people just fucking listened to me on the last episode, I said Casas would homer and Bello would be lights out under the lights at PNC. Free money. And people were just telling me I'm a big dumb idiot head. Now who's the dumb idiot head? That's what I ask you at home.
Right.
That is what I ask you.
Yep.
Tyler.
I also want to add that Coley called the Red Sox being the greatest road team ever and that they just always are going to suck at Fenway. So I wanted to add that as well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Make sure you sign up with the promo code Jared, Jared, and Underdog will double your first deposit up to $100. That is Underdog Fantasy promo code Jared. What was I going to say? Oh, I looked up. Did you see the stat that I tweeted last night about the Red Sox record since 2020?
500, yep.
Exactly 500. Well, now they're one game over.
One over. Let's go. Winning
today.
Record. Let's go.
Yeah. So we have watched 5 years of mid. 2020, 2021, 2022, 23, 24. Yeah.
It's the fifth, yeah.
5 years of mid.
19 was pretty
decade
mid.
of mid.
19 was pretty mid, too.
Yeah, but they at least had a winning record. It didn't feel like it.
84 and 78. They were only like 3 games over. So.
Yeah.
21 was better, though.
Yeah.
That gets counted in this math.
It's in the
But
math.
if we're being positive, like good times, that was better than mid. Those were above average. Just had lower than average times.
Yeah.
Let's see. Notes time. This is the 21st game of the season, the series opener between the Pirates and the Boston Red Sox. Can't field anything on the ground, but that boy can hit. Abreu, home run, 1-0 Sox. That's in the first inning. This is it's always depressing to go back to, like, because whoever I compliment in the first game usually gets their season ended by the end of the series. Pay Triston Casas before it's too late. Home run makes it 2-0 in the first. If Rafaela is booting balls at shortstop, we may truly be fucked. That's in the first inning. Bob is on fire. Not sure he can be stopped. This is when he doubled in the second inning.
Bobby Dahlbeck. Bobby Dahlbeck.
Unsure if anyone can contain this.
Yeah. I couldn't draw that conclusion.
No, I agree.
Yeah, it was not a definitive statement. It was more of a pondering thought.
I mean,
Which
he
is
hit,
why-
I mean,
sure.
he hit
That's what people have
1,000
journals for, right?
in that at bat. So
What?
he hit 1,000 in that at bat.
He did. Yeah, he didn't get out. He hit a double.
Mhm.
Yeah, not sure he can be stopped was my thought at that point. This was in the second inning.
Impossible to tell.
Rob Refsnyder just hit a home run and it wasn't off a lefty, 5-0 in the fifth. Rafaela swings out of his ass every single time, so he was due for one. Home run, 6-0 in the sixth. Suspend Tyler for deleting tweet, making me look stupid.
Wait, no.
It looks like Tyler tweeted the video of Rafaela hitting a home run, and I used Tyler's clip for my tweet. But then instead of using the edit button to edit his tweet, he just deleted the whole tweet. So now my tweet looks stupid because I'm talking about a clip that no longer exists, and it's Tyler's fault. Yeah, I'm really curious to see what kind of stupid explanation you'll have for that stunt that you pulled.
I was
Go ahead.
just trying to be a better version of myself. I know I typically have typos in my
Edit.
tweets.
You literally pay for the blue check. You have an edit button. I could understand if you tweeted the wrong clip, but you have an edit button for a reason.
I will say when people edit tweets, often they hate it because it messes up your timeline. It looks weird. It messes up the comments.
You care too much about what people think.
I was trying to be a good friend and I reached out to you immediately. I didn't leave you out
No,
there to
you're
die.
an awful friend. You were an awful friend because if you reached out to me, you knew that I had used your video for my tweet. Now I look stupid. Now everyone's tweeting at me being like, hey, nice fucking tweet with no video. Yeah, it's Tyler's fault.
I'll just add, since we have a council here, what is worse, posting a video and then deleting it, or having your text message leaked to the public? What's worse on those scale of things?
First one.
Steve?
I'm going to lean first one.
Okay. Jake?
Mm-hmm.
Jake?
Gotta be the first
All right.
one.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
All right.
Council has spoken.
I apologize. I try to do a good deed by giving everyone video, and yet here I am being reprimanded.
Well, again, I mean, if the body of the tweet was the issue, there's a reason why you pay for the edit button. Use it.
Hand up. I fucked up again. That's the third
Okay.
one of the show.
I know. Valdez bases loaded, 2-run double. Bob assaulted by the catcher, by the way.
Kyle Hudson was doing drugs in this game. Also, I think they did not want Bob to get an RBI earlier when they sent Yoshida.
Yeah, Yoshida trying to score from first was crazy. That's
There's
a
a lot of
classic
people out to get
example.
Bob.
What's up?
There's a lot of people out to get Bob. The
I
umpires.
disagree. I viewed the send of Yoshida as like, we need to get Bob on the board. in a
We got to
big
get him
way
an
here.
RBI here. Yeah.
Yeah, let's
He had
make
RBIs.
this- No, I know. I'm saying let's keep it going. Let's keep the good. Like you said, no one was sure at this point what was happening with Bob.
I'm still not sure.
No idea.
This made it 8-0. I don't know why. I don't remember them kicking their ass on Friday. This is a beatdown. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it was over early.
Bello, 6 innings, 96 pitches, only 1 hit. Did not allow an earned run. Walked 2, struck out 7. This, Tyler, is the Bello that I've been waiting to see. Not the fucking 5 innings, not the fucking 7 hits, 3 strikeouts. Give me the Bello that limits the hits and the walks. All right, fine. 2 walks. I don't love that. But if you're going to walk 2, normally I would look up and see 3 strikeouts for Bello. That would piss me off. He's 7 strikeouts, got the ERA down to 3.04. Tell me about the pitch mix.
It was the main thing with the changeup once again. That's the pitch he's been leaning into all year. And I think if you're going to take anything away from this Bello start, the problem this year has been him giving up the home runs. He cannot afford to do that. He needs to keep the ball on the ground. It was the second time in 5 starts this year that he didn't give up a homer. So that's what stuck out to me the most. In terms of the arsenal, he's still doing the same thing. He's throwing the slider a lot. He's generating more whiffs than he ever has, more chases. That's what you want out of Brian Bello. And if I told you 5 starts in, he had a 3 ERA, I think you'd feel good. The FIP is still over 4, so it's like it was a year ago. The metrics are never going to love him because he's more old school in that way. He's going to pitch to contact, but it feels like Bello's kind of coming into his own right when you need him to carry the team. Kutter Crawford, how long will he be this great? We'll talk about that, but this is the Bello you're looking for.
Are you doubting Kutter Crawford? Is that what I just heard?
Yeah, that was an
Has
insane
anyone
shot
ever
to
had
throw.
a 0.66 ERA for an entire season?
Not until this
Yeah.
year.
Maybe he will. Maybe he proves me wrong. I'm a Kutter Crawford truther. I'm not one of those guys.
What's the lowest
Even
ERA
if
of all time? It was Bob Gibson in 1968. It was like a 1.17 or something like that.
It sounds right.
It's even lower than that.
It's around there.
No, it's definitely around there, but I thought it doesn't matter. When we talked to Tyler about relying on breaking stuff, as our entire staff now does,
It was a
save couple of
112.
people.
112.
Yeah,
112, 1968.
unbelievable.
Mhm.
But as we talk about relying on breaking stuff, I feel like we don't at all talk about breaking stuff's not going to be the same every pitch, every game, let alone. And that's like, how do we factor that into talking about this rotation?
I think it's more
Like-
usage rates that are going to stick out for a lot. That's why you've kind of seen starts where Kutter Crawford's pushed it more than others, and he's really seen it kind of go up. We've seen it with Nick Pivetta leaning on the sweeper as well pretty heavily. But you even look at where Bello's slider is this year, right? Opponents are hitting 240 against it. Last year, they hit 304. So I think a lot of it's pitch mix. It's kind of leaning into a lot of that different stuff. And so far this year, you see it with the changeup. He's throwing it 34% of the time this year. Last year was 23%. I never had to tell you Brian Bello's best pitch was his changeup. I think that's the whole thing with Bailey. He's tweaked just about every pitcher's arsenal here, like the Haikus start, where you're seeing a guy who's just now using a splitter that he never leaned into before. This is what the Andrew Bailey kind of method is. He's tweaked everybody to some degree.
I love that. I love that a lot. God bless Andrew Bailey. And God bless the Boston Red Sox.
That's right.
Abreu not even close on the sometimes I can't dive attempt. Yeah. Do you remember that play?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think we were
Miles
texting
away.
about it.
Miles
Or
away.
Cam Boozer.
When he started diving, I'm like, tell me you're not diving. Tell me you're falling over or something.
He done dove.
He dove.
He
Not
done dove.
even close.
Yeah, he done dove.
Bigger breaking ball, but so far down AAA, that curveball is really taken over for him.
Here's a swing and a miss. We're driving to deep right. Back it goes and gone. Wow, that ball was crushed. He stood there a moment like he had struck out, but he hit the ball out of the park toward the river.
You mentioned we're a long way away.
That was great.
Credit to Joe.
Bigger
He was
breaking
honoring
ball, but so
John
far down
Sterling.
AAA,
I was
that
about to
curveball
say.
is really taken over for him.
Here's a swing and a miss. We're driving to deep right.
driving
Back
deep
it goes and gone. Wow, that ball was crushed. He stood there a moment.
Swing and a miss. That ball was fucking smoked.
I think the thing I love most about it is you can very clearly hear a ball getting hit. Like that. That ball was not missed at all. Like that thing was hit
What
hard.
was that? Was that Rafaela
That was the Abreu homer out of the park.
in the first?
He literally like hit it
Yeah,
to the
it's
river and
immediate.
Castig's had him striking out.
Yeah.
I think what's impressive about that, like he said he was looking at him in the box. Like he obviously wasn't looking, heard that, looked down, saw him, and then mid-call saw, no, that ball is soaring
Yeah.
420 feet out. That's pretty impressive for what, an 80-year-old man?
Well, he
Yeah, at
probably
least-
figured like Abreu's follow through is pretty loud and he's looking out to right field. I got a feeling he didn't strike out. Like that's a weird thing to do if you struck out. Credit to Joe Castig though, because I don't think he ever has these. Like Castig's never really messes up like this, right? He's normally on top of his stuff.
What did I do wrong? What did I see wrong?
It was surprising. Cole?
Go it.
Baseball is dead. Have you guys talked about the TV yet?
Oh,
yeah.
no. That we haven't had an episode yet.
I wasn't sure. That thing.
I Googled it. It's like a $3,000 TV.
What I will say last week was a big TV sale. I know because I also got a TV.
Mm-hmm.
That's a terrible gift. That's
Also,
an awful gift.
It's an awful gift because I think LG is the official television of the New York Yankees.
Definitely.
So it's not even like the Yankees didn't pay for that.
No.
No, that was free.
He got silver cufflinks because his name is John Sterling. So he got sterling silver. Those are like $15. He got a TV that they didn't pay for because it's the official team sponsor. And they gave him like a fucking like the fucking trophy that Steve made for Brock Holt. How much did you pay for that?
That was $30.
$30 trophy. They gave him a $30 trophy, $15 cufflinks, and a free TV that they didn't pay for. 60 years of service to the team. How many fucking he started in 1960?
He did like 5,000 straight games. Like he like doubled up Cal's streak of
Yeah.
consecutive games.
Yeah. And
here's
they
a
were
TV.
like, yeah, here's a TV that we didn't pay for. Here's some fucking cufflinks that we got in a fucking gumball machine. And here's a trophy that Steve made.
They didn't even wrap
I
it.
mean, that TV was probably like already in the building. They were like, fuck, let's just give him this. That
it was
probably-
like it was an open box. Like they had like it was the TV that kept flickering in the press box. And they were like, just fucking box it up and give it to John Sterling.
Sit up. He
He's
won't
not
know.
going to be able to see it.
it's a used TV.
Yeah,
He also
Box it up.
said he had 5 TVs already in his apartment. So you're getting him a 6 TV. Now, Jared, for you, maybe that makes sense. But for John Sterling, who now is no longer working in baseball, what the fuck
And-
does he need 6 TVs for?
he hates baseball. He's
Yep.
he went in the booth. He went in the booth and they asked him if he wanted to do play-by-play, and he was like, nope. And then he went in the radio booth. And they were like, for old time's sake, like, last time ever, John Sterling. He was like, And I guess when his retirement was so abrupt, your first thought is, I hope he's okay. Like, I hope that
Sure.
there's not like some health scare. But according to him, he was just like, I just don't want to fucking travel anymore. He's like, I'm just done. Like I don't want to do this anymore. I'm just all set.
The best part is when they asked him what he wants to do, all he said was travel. He's like, all I want to do is travel. Just not with you fucking dildos anymore. Like, I'm done with you. And that's what makes TV an even worse gift. He's like, I'm not even going to be home. Like that thing's staying in the box.
And I don't want to watch you guys. I'm good.
It is kind of crazy that he did this for 63 years, and then a couple months in, he's like, I can't do it. Like, you'd think in the offseason, he'd be like, okay, I'm not going to start up again.
Right. 1 month.
Yeah.
Not even a couple.
Yeah, we're a month. We're not even a month in.
I think his last game was like April 7th. It was like he
did 2 weeks. And
he did like a week, and then he was like, fuck this.
I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
And the Yankees are like the best team in baseball. He's like, no, I don't want this. I hate these people.
Yeah.
I hate the people.
They're gonna be like, win it for Sterling, and he's like, please don't. I don't want.
Then I gotta come back to get a ring. I don't want to do that. Oh my God.
I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want it. They're gonna give him a ring, and he's gonna be like, shove it up your ass.
Am I gonna be at the parade? Shut the hell up! I'm not gonna be there.
Yeah, I got plans that day.
Yeah, I'm gonna be down in Cancun parade. It's gonna be freezing. Hell no. Congrats to Cam Boozer on his big league debut.
Big Booze.
Yeah, that was a emotional moment.
Give me clap.
I love the moment in the dugout, but
Tyler.
I'm sorry.
It's a long road. Got hit by a car. Had to build shit with wood.
Shout out Billet.
Big leaguer. Big leaguer. Congrats. What? He did.
The phrase hit by a car when I know they survived always gets a laugh out of me.
He died.
Well, he died. Not everyone lives if they get hit by a car.
No, they don't. I don't laugh at those ones.
No,
when
no,
you're
no.
fine,
Well,
hilarious.
Yeah.
It also, the way they described it, as someone who's lost someone to a car accident like that, they said he broke his back. He broke a bone in his back. Is that the same thing?
No.
Yeah.
Like,
I believe
if
so.
you broke one bone, would you say, oh, my back's broken? Like, oh, no, I have a broken bone in my back.
If you broke one bone in your arm, you'd say your arm is broken.
If I broke one bone in my hand, would I say my hand's broken?
Depends on what your
If you broke your hand versus your finger, yeah. If it was like here.
How many bones?
For sure.
We got 33 bones in the back, in case anyone's wondering.
Oh, if you break one, you got plenty left.
If you told me you broke your back, I think your back's shredded. I think you're on the ground and you're not moving.
Yeah, I think 10 of those need to be broke for it to be broke.
How many backs did Passan break when that tree attacked him?
Oh, that was all 33 bones.
Yeah, that thing just demolished.
Dude, when he was describing that on
has,
PNC,
like, a smaller impact zone. Like his back is so tiny that a tree, if it breaks one, it's breaking 20.
Dude, the way he described it, he was like, I was almost dead. Imagine if Passan just died because a tree fell on him.
I'd have to call it quits if that were the case.
I feel like he missed no time either. I know it was like the beginning of the off season, but he was like pretty back to it.
Well, he was doing a lot of stuff from home. Like he didn't have to go anywhere.
Still, like if a tree fell on me and broke my back, I'm calling out of work for the maximum amount of time.
What do you think he does for fun?
Nothing.
This.
Is he anti-Sterling?
I don't know.
Like the way he was describing even talking to his neighbor, which is why he broke his back, because he was out there like helping people do some yard work, which he says he never does. There's no way he does anything else for fun.
Catch me
than
dead
this.
talking to anybody outside.
You would actually be the first person I would think of that would not be talking to neighbors. You'd be a one seed.
If you heard a story about a tree falling on me, breaking my back, first question isn't, is he alive? It was, why was he out there?
Yeah.
Well,
what is he doing out there? What an idiot.
What fucking crazy event drew him outside in the first place to this tree?
Did he forget how to go inside? What happened here? Like,
like I got a garage. You never catch me going through the front door. I pull in. If I get out of my car, I'm already inside. Steve?
What do you think the noise was he made when he got hit by the tree, Jerry?
Oh!
Shits your pants immediately.
You're saying it like Tony Soprano. Oh, hey!
Well,
Oh, my back!
He probably couldn't. He definitely didn't hold the note for that long because it probably got all the
He's
wind
just
out of his.
wedged on the ground.
lungs.
Oh!
It was probably more like, ah!
The longer someone yells, the more I think they're okay. I don't think he had any time for words.
It was the
or
start.
sounds.
Yeah, it was probably the start of a yell. And that's it.
Yeah. The tree for sure took the air out of young Jeffrey's lungs.
Something
So
about him
he was
going
more
like,
just like-
"Oh, hey, tree, come on!"
Yeah.
No, I'm standing here. What are you doing?
What the hell? I'm helping my neighbor out. Oh,
I'm
Fucking
raking
be in
over
the
here.
ground. Ah, come on, what's the matter, you?
Yes, I'm at it. Yeah. Yeah, no, you're right. When you think about it logistically, it was definitely more of a like you're squeezing the last bit of toothpaste out of the tube.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's not much left after you get hit by a tree like that.
No.
No. Yeah. Oh!
Hey, tree! Oh,
Well, I mean,
Your mama's ass. Get out of here.
get off of me!
if it lands on your legs, you can
Jeff
do that.
Passan over here. Hey.
Why are you pinning me down?
Yeah, I think if it lands on your legs, you can definitely do something like that. But if it lands on your
sure.
back, that's short and sweet.
Yeah.
That's just you want to yell, but you can't. Red Sox win 11-10. No, excuse me, 8-1. They're 11-10. Their record improves.
Red Sox win 22-6.
Red Sox
You
win.
could have said anything there. I think I would have bought it.
Red Sox win 8-1. They improved to 11-10. They're in last place.
Kutter Crawford, worst pitcher in baseball, according to Tyler. Let's hear
Yeah.
it.
Not at all. What is this
This
narrative?
dude can't wait. I mean, between shitlock, it's this guy's coming after all the young arms.
I've been a Kutter Crawford truther for years. I stand tall. Yes.
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Oh!
Hey! Oh!
I'm raking leaves over here.
Come on, helping my neighbor out. Oh! Come on.
Come on. Game number 22 of the year. Jaron Duran leadoff triple. Did we get nipples, Tyler?
Yeah, the shirt was off. Pants off. Everything was off. Naked.
Why don't you tweet it?
Just like my tits?
Yeah.
I don't want to get banned on Twitter.
Oh.
Can you post stuff like
loves
that?
that.
You can
Full
do
butt penetration all the time.
Okay.
Every time you tweet, it's fucking
Nudes and profile.
tits and bio.
Yep.
That's a good point.
Nudes.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, Instagram wouldn't like that at all.
No, Facebook would hate it. Instagram would hate it.
Twitter welcomes it. Twitter wants it, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, TikTok would hate it.
Mm.
Yeah.
They get banned for. I mean, you would get banned for nip on TikTok probably.
Should I post it underneath the highlight or as its own tweet?
I mean, anytime.
I think that is the highlight.
Yeah, that is. Yeah,
Fuck the
we
game.
don't need to see the triple.
Jaron Duran triple. Boom. Tits.
Yeah,
If you just posted it as the reply to the Red Sox, that would be hilarious, actually. Every time. That's easily the most liked reply every time.
Red Sox
Yeah.
admin hates me.
why?
I don't know. I saw that they're hiding tweets now. They don't like when
They
I
hid
hit
your
them for the
tweets?
haiku. Not me, but other
Wait.
people.
Wait, what?
They're hiding people's tweets underneath. Like hidden
What does
replies.
that have to do with you?
Well, they were copying the haiku style, and when I commented it, they never responded. So I just took it as they hate me.
You
The
want them
Red
to
Sox were
respond?
copying
The team, I don't think they
haikus?
respond to anybody. The team account?
They be talking to other people.
I
just would have,
do
like-
be talking.
Hey, like, I like your haiku, or I respect your artistry. We're trying to do the same thing. But there was never an
Wait.
acknowledgement.
You wanted like
The
a
Red
handshake emoji
Sox
or
started
something.
doing haikus after wins. What?
Yes. We talked about this like 2 or 3 episodes ago.
Oh, I wasn't listening.
They did do a coup.
Interesting. Well, the Red Sox Twitter has replied to me before a few times.
You're different.
Acknowledge me.
Lol. Maybe.
They've hidden, like, I just went to their pinned tweet. They've hidden just a tweet of someone going Sox by a million today with a gif of two Red Sox players dancing, hidden. Like, just straight up.
People have been tweeting at me, like, someone took a picture with Cam Boozer, and they were like, love you, Booze. Like, can't wait to support you in the big leagues. Hidden. Don't want to fucking see it. Fuck that guy. It's like, what?
That seems like a mistake.
Hide the negative tweets, not the positive ones. If
Don't
anything.
hide any tweets.
Yeah,
Like,
hiding tweets just highlights them.
Yeah, the only time that you're going to draw attention to a reply is by hiding them. Triston Casas removed from the game. We can never have peace. This was in the first inning. Apparently, I don't know if I saw that from UT Dog, but he went to Alex Cora and was like, "You're gonna need to get someone to play to hit for me." He's like, "I can play defense, but you're gonna need to get someone to hit for me."
And it was something that didn't start there. He said he felt it in the Cleveland series for the first time, and he was trying to play through it based on where the roster was at.
Mm-hmm. Well, the the rib is just not. That's very bad, and I know that when you think of Jacoby Ellsbury, the first word that comes to mind is probably not going to be warrior by any means. But I just remember Jacoby Ellsbury taking 3 years and some HGH to get back to normal.
Whoa, hey.
That's for legal purposes. I don't know anything about that. I'm just saying that he, in 2010, broke his fucking ribs, and then in 2011 hit 30 bombs, and his career high was like
second in
before
MVP.
that. Yeah. That's the only example I have to go on here. But this is not good. This is not good for Triston Casas fans, for Red Sox fans, which is kind of why I said, yep, season's cooked. I don't know that you can, like, yeah, sure, it's fun sweeping the fucking Pittsburgh Pirates, but we've seen what this team looks like against actual good teams, and it's not pretty. And that was with Triston Casas. What do you think is going to happen when they start playing good teams and you don't have, I mean, Rafael Devers is coming back on Tuesday. He wanted to come back today, Tyler?
Yep, Alex
Cora
told him,
said
"Fuck
no. Tyler O'Neill coming back Tuesday?
That's the hope.
That's the hope. Off day tomorrow.
And that's why they wanted to give Devers the extra day so he could kind of piece it all together there. The issue with the Triston Casas thing is, as much as we bitch about shortstop and that's the problem, what was the problem before shortstop? All we did was bitch about first base. That was it. Every day. It was the defense at first base. It was Bobby Dalbec at first base. None of the production coming here. Well, now you're looking at probably a couple months of that same problem again. And that's why people are now saying, go get Jared Walsh. Like, that's what we're talking about. And what, you platoon him with Bobby Dalbec? Like, that's a friggin' gross reality. Pablo Reyes playing there. Like, you're talking Jamie Westbrook down at AAA. You don't have a solution.
Jamie Westbrook is the man. I think, if Jamie Westbrook somehow, some way makes it to this big league roster and can contribute at all, I guarantee you he will become a top 3 fan favorite on this team. 2 weeks.
Do you know his nickname?
The Barrel Man.
That's their best option right now to kind of figure it out. They're not letting Rob Refsnyder play there, even though he's been practicing.
So Cole Tucker, who you may or may not know, he was, I think he was a first rounder with the Pirates. Cole Tucker is the king of Scottsdale, Arizona. So anytime that I would go out in Scottsdale, it would be like Cole Tucker, Cody Bellinger, Bob, not so much, but like he was kind of like in and out of the friend group. But Jamie Westbrook, the life of the party. Just like the dude that everyone gravitates towards. Like, I'm trying to think of like a comparison for like baseball terms of almost like a Kevin Millar, like a guy that like has that personality where everyone's like, how do you not love this guy? Like, that's Jamie Westbrook. So I would be very excited if he somehow found a way to make it to this big league roster. So we'll see.
It for the vibes.
If you're talking strictly like platooning with Dalbec too, like Westbrook fits that as the righty, and he's been good at AAA. It's 265, a 406 OBP, and he's hit a couple homers already. It's not going to be pretty no matter what way you frame it, but he has been getting starts at first base since the season started down there.
The thing that sucks with the Casas injury is I didn't even factor in that he could like get hurt. Like, Triston's just so his own thing that I'm like, oh, he's gonna play the whole season. He'll be fine. Don't have to worry about him. Like, I didn't even factor that in at all. And understandable that basically everyone on the Red Sox has gone down. It's like Tyler O'Neill going down. Not stunning. Obviously, it's a different thing than normal, but still, you see some of these other guys miss time. The Casas one, the second he had that swing, it's like he got punched in the gut, and immediately you knew something was wrong. And I'm just surprised at the timeline, because it didn't. Everything I looked up for like broken ribs or bruised ribs was like a month to a month and a half. But from the sound of it, like we said at the top of the show, Cora's making it seem like he might be dead. Like this actually, we might not see him ever again.
Well, in a baseball sense, it's like
you got
when you're swinging a bat 900 times a day, then
max torque.
Yeah, like So
ribs is tough. It's all right there. It's all in the ribs.
Backing it up. How Jared? Baseball reference. I'm just trying to figure it out. They're not always accurate with certain details.
Sure.
How tall is this first baseman you're talking about?
Which first baseman?
Jamie Westbrook.
He's not a big guy. No.
All right, because I don't know if you know this. We don't have the most accurate throwers around the diamond.
Yeah. What do they have him listed at, just out of curiosity?
It's bad.
5'7".
That's
not Pablo
5'7".
Reyes. That's Pablo Reyes. He was our first baseman today.
He's not
Reyes 5'7".
He's 5'8", I think.
Jamie's not 5'7". He's probably
5'8".
So we had a few. There would be some little dudes in the group. It would be.
Yep, you were there.
I was taller than Scott Kingery.
You were there. I don't think
Scott
Jared's
Kingery.
short. I've never looked
I'm
at
not
Jared
short.
as
I'm
short.
average height.
Jared's not short.
You
Jared's
guys
not
are just
short.
fucking massive.
Yeah, we are. We're huge.
How tall are you, Steve? You're like fucking 6'2".
I'm 6'2", yeah.
Coley's 7 feet tall. Even like Milliken is like kind of like a big boy.
Milliken's taller than I thought, not going to lie. When I saw him in
Yeah,
person the first time, I was like, oh,
and
he's
the
kinda
other
tall.
thing,
Bad posture. He's got bad posture.
Jake's about my height, but he wears fucking work boots all the time. So it gives him like another 6 inches. So I'm walking around like I'm fucking Peter Pan all the time. It's crazy. I'm an average height.
I think
like,
you're average height, yeah.
Like I am 5'10", but Kike is listed at 5'11", and we're the same height. So I'm gonna just say I'm 5'11". Steve?
I'll see some photos with you doing the tippy toes thing. That doesn't do you any favors. You shouldn't do that.
I think you're talking about the one with Max.
I saw one recently. Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah,
who
it was with Max.
Okay.
Max, the Angels correspondent for baseball, is dead. Great Twitter follow, very funny. He went on his tippy toes to be the same height as me because I'm actually taller than him. So he went on his tippy toes. I was like, no. You don't do that.
Okay.
Like, let me be taller than you.
You had
so
a
he
tippy
went on
toe
his tippy
off.
toes. So I went on my tippy toes to cancel out his tippy toes.
Yeah.
I think like I remember I took a picture with Pat Light in 2019 outside of Fenway, and I went on my tippy toes like as a joke. And then fucking everyone started like it was on like Reddit, and everyone was like tweeting about it, like, oh look, he went on his tippy toes, like look how insecure. I was like, it's a joke. Like Pat Light is like 6'5". Even if I'm on my tippy toes, the top of my head's still gonna go to his shoulders. He's a large man.
I think when I call you short, it actually does you a favor because everyone else is like, oh, you're not short.
That's
you
like
come off taller.
I definitely, when I meet people in person, I get a lot of like, oh, you're not that, because Dallas hammers it into the ground. He's like maybe an inch taller than me. Dallas is not tall. Like,
He's definitely
Dallas
not
is
tall.
like 6 feet, and I'm like 5'11" ish, like 5'10" and a half, 5'11". I'll call it. He's not that much taller than me. People will be like, "Oh, bro, like I thought you were gonna come up. I thought I could put you in my pocket."
Well, I've also like when I met you first.
I'm like 190 pounds. Like I'm pretty solid. I'm a solid sized man.
You're like average like in terms of height, weight. Like you're hitting the middle lines. But when I met you first, it was with Pete. So I never looked at you as short.
That's
Pete's
why
short.
like having Pete around was fucking great, because he is
He's
every
so
bit
short.
of like
He's so
he I don't know what he's listed at on hockeyreference.com, but it can't be more than what, 5.
Yeah.
I'm trying to give him 5'7".
He's short. I mean, credit to Pete because he's the strongest of all, but he's short.
He's short. And then I mean, I just feel like when I'm doing interviews, you're going to interview athletes who are fucking tall. But then again, like a lot of the Red Sox over the last few years, we've had some little guys. Like Brock's not that tall. Benny's not that. I'm taller than Benny. I'm taller than Mookie. So like we've had luck in the Red Sox quarters. But if I was covering the Yankees, everyone there is 6'5" plus.
Yeah.
Stanton, Judge, LeMahieu, like they're all huge people.
Big time.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can't have 5'7" at first. We can bring up the vibes. I'm all in on the vibes. I don't want him not.
Yeah. He's not 5. All that to say, he's probably, I mean, it's not any better, but he's probably like 5'9".
Okay.
He's not 5'7". He's not.
Classic first base stuff.
You can play first for this team at 5'9". Pablo proved it today. Made a really good play, so that means you can do it.
Yeah.
The issue is with him, though, it's just he doesn't make a ton of sense with Bob. Like, it's not a perfect platoon situation there, right? I think that's why, like, Nico Cavadas.
Hey, compare if you. Hey, I'm gonna make a comparison.
Go ahead.
Level with me here. Bobby Dahlbeck and Jamie Westbrook in 2024 could be the 2016 version of Anthony Rizzo and Chris Bryant.
People are saying that.
There's that. Listen, Tyler. There's that kind of chemistry going on.
I'm not against the vibes. All I'm saying is there's two guys at AAA that are a conversation piece. They're just probably not ready. Like Nico Cavadas, say what you will about the guy. He probably can't really play a great first base, but he's a big masher. He's only been at AAA for like 40 games total going back to last year, and he's off to a hot start this year. Not on the 40-man. Nathan Hickey, which I don't know if the Red Sox just simply hate the man and haven't got him his time at first base, but the guy hits at every fucking level of the minors. Like, it's a legit bat. I don't, they let him pretend to play catcher all the time for some reason, even though he's never thrown someone out in his entire life. He just got his first reps at first base today. So if they don't go outside the organization to go get somebody, and they say, hey, we'll put a Band-Aid with Westbrook for now, maybe those are the guys you hope to look to in 2 or 3 weeks. And they're saying, screw it. What do we have to lose at this point?
Cavadas, too, like, I get he's not ready in terms of, like, minor league marination and
he's
whatnot.
25.
25. He played all 4 years at Notre Dame, right, Jared?
Yeah. Because I remember the only reason why I know that is because fucking Dave was obsessed with him.
Loved him. The only time I've ever heard him talk about college baseball, he was like, this Cavadas kid is great. But I'll disagree. Cavadas at Notre Dame was tearing the cover off the ball. I know that's not exactly like, now you're the cleanup hitter for the Red Sox because you do that, but he's obviously not part of your long-term plans regardless. He's AAA fodder. He's depth. So why not bring him up? He clearly has the highest upside bat.
I'm not against it. It just seems like he hasn't been the name floated so far as one of the guys they're going to lean to. But yeah, you look at it. Last year, he was not good at AAA. He was striking out over 30% of the time. This year, the K rate's down to 26%. He's walking 19% of the time. It's only 14 games. It's a small sample size. But yeah, out of the names listed, if Hickey's not ready to play first base in the big leagues, Westbrook doesn't really make sense with Bob. You kind of have something that makes sense with Nico Cavadas, even though most people think he can only DH. All right, well, put Bob there late in games, and then you just kind of hope for the best. I know Bob's not the best at first base, but you'll get by.
It's also, like, can he catch the ball when it's thrown to him? Like, how big of a no are we talking about here? If he can catch the ball when it's thrown to him, I don't give a fuck if he's not making diving plays.
Fringy is what I've always kind of heard it described as. But what are your choices? Is a 5'7" first baseman going to offer you something significantly different? He's not 5'7". 5'7 and a half.
That listing is bullshit. He's not that short.
Or you call CJ Crone and you say, hey, no one's fucking paid attention to you or cared to sign you. Do you want to come back
I can't
here?
believe he didn't catch on somewhere after we let him go.
I think people just saw that like the bat speed wasn't great and they were kind of over it. And if you're just play first base and you offer nothing else, it's hard to find a role. Like teams aren't going to really give you many opportunities.
Yeah. Kutter has some big old balls.
Mm-hmm.
Gets out of another bases loaded jam. This one was in the 5th. I feel like he's been getting out of bases loaded jams every start now. That's
he
kind of
likes getting himself in that situation. That's his favorite thing.
Yeah.
Daisuke Crawford.
Really is.
Yeah, I saw that tweet.
Also, like, shout out to Kutter. I love the energy. You don't see that out of him too often.
That, and I am going to challenge Coley on the Daisuke comparison because he did come out for the 6th. If it was 5, no. If it was 5, I'm with you. That's all. 2008 Daisuke when he was 18-3, it was the softest 18-3 of all time because he would pitch 5 innings and he would throw 116 pitches and there would be a ton of traffic and he would just wiggle out of it every single time. But Cora coming out and and instead of pulling them, being like, hey, like, we need you to fucking get a 6 here. Like, finish the job. And then he does it. 6 innings, 100 pitches, 7 hits, 1 earned run, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts. Finally gets his first dub. The ERA is 0.66.
Him getting his first W now on the 5th start is crazy, considering it took until this game for him to give up an earned run on a hit this season. Like, this guy has been absolutely lights out. I know we always give credit to our boy JP at Sox Notes on Twitter. The lowest ERA through first 5 starts of the season, Red Sox in the live ball era. Cutter's only behind Lefty Grove and Dave Ferris. I mean, who could forget Ferris in 1945?
That's Boo Ferris.
Exactly.
Dave Boo Ferris was like one of the, like, he's legit. I think he threw a no-hitter. I think he threw a no-hitter. I'm going to check that.
We can check
I'm going to check that.
But yeah, I like that Kutter was tied with Roger Clemens from 91. An 0.66 ERA through 5 starts is ridiculous. I don't mind if he's going to get in these jams if he gets out of them. Obviously, you'd rather he not. But this is a big step for him to get over that. In Anaheim, he walks in a run. You got to take him out. This time, locks in 2 strikeouts, gets the yells, and then comes out for the 6th. That was fun to watch.
Dice K, I mean, that was just purely comparing him to the way he's pitching himself into and out of jams.
The 5-inning thing wasn't wrong. Like, he had averaged 5 innings a start coming into this start.
Yeah, last year he went 6 innings 5 times the entire year. Now, obviously, he was kind of jerked back and forth between the rotation and bullpen, but
they were
already this year, he's done it, twice?
Yeah, 2 6-inning starts. Yeah.
Like, he's on a much better pace. And say what you will, he's not giving up a ton of hits. The walk rate's up. That's kind of the thing where you get a little concerned, because last year he brought it down, but I think it's like 5.3 hit per 9. And he, not one homer. He hasn't given up a single homer yet.
I know. A lot of weak contacts. 7 hits in this one, but yeah, they've been spread out. It's basically like 2 or 3 hits a start. And it's also like 3 walks a start. Got to get that down.
Well, Sneaky has no idea like where the ball is going, which I love. Like, people see that as a concern. I prefer that. Like, most people think of Randy Johnson, like, oh, he throws too fast and know where it's going. That's not Crawford's problem at all. He just forgets how to pitch sometimes, but it almost works to his benefit.
Yeah. I mean, the Cutter's been great. Kutter. Only 2 extra base hits this year.
Did he go Kutter heavy, T-Dog?
It was his number 1 pitch. And the crazy thing last year, the Kutter got hit. It was like 289 batting average against. Right. It's 174 this year. It's no different.
How does that vary from his other starts this year? Has his Kutter? I feel like his Kutter hasn't been his number 1 pitch this year.
So he's throwing the Kutter and the 4-seamer basically, to the percentage point, the exact same amount. The sweeper is where you see the big difference, up 20%. But last year, the 4-seamer was his primary pitch. Yeah. So now he's kind of mixing those two. But it's what I was talking about earlier. It's the usage that you see the difference. Like, there's no different movement. I was looking into like the movement, horizontal and vertically. It's exactly the same. He's just mixing his pitchers better.
I fucking love that. I love that. I love Kutter Crawford. I just what,
great.
Tyler?
No, I'll add. I think.
Where do you want to trade him to? Milwaukee?
Stop it.
Where are we sending him?
Get the fuck out of here. I'm not trading Kutter Crawford.
Where do you got him going?
Get him out of here.
Let's have an extension conversation. He's the kind of guy you should lock up because it's looking like he's making that next step. But this felt like a version of what we saw Cora do with Bello last year, where he knew, hey, you need to start to grow up and push through these games. This is the opportunity against a team like the Pirates where, hey, you're facing Michael A. Taylor. Please strike him the fuck out. He's a poor man's JBJ. There's no reason you can't get out of this, and he shows up. Like, I look back last year, like you had the Bello moment, and he did it with Chris Sale, where in KC at the very end of the year when Sale's confidence kind of needed that boost, he went out there and said, hey, go get that last out. Let's see it happen. This felt like a moment to me where Kutter Crawford grew up in his eyes. Like, he kind of moved out of that 5 and dive guy that he used to be. I think they're going to lean into it.
That. I think he's embracing that. I think he recognizes that. I think he probably paid attention to all the hype that he was getting in the offseason. Like, I feel like a lot, there are definitely people out there that are claiming that they were ahead of the curve on the Kutter Crawford breakout season. But I feel like we were all kind of there. For whatever reason, we were all like, we were like, like this is the year. And now we're actually seeing it, and it's far exceeding our expectations. Coley?
It was the Mariners. It was indirectly because of the Mariners. It was, and I'm going to give, Stats was the first person I saw make the comparison, but it was like everyone was trying to get trade packages, hypothetical ones, obviously, for, either Logan Gilbert or whoever the fuck the Mariners were going to trade us. That was them and the Marlins. And stats one day was just like, if Kutter Crawford was on the Mariners rotation, people would be coming themselves for him. And everyone just started being like, yeah, that's a fair point. Like, he's pretty much all of their pitchers save 2 of them.
Yeah.
It's just, it goes to show you what a miracle it is when your pitching coach actually helps guys grow and they become better. Like, that's it. The fact that Kutter Crawford was succeeding under Dave Bush is a miracle within itself. Because he is the poster child for the Red Sox pitching development. Kutter Crawford has seen the biggest jump of a guy who, many people never looked at as anything more than like a bulk guy, maybe. He is now the second best pitching prospect you've developed behind Bello. And if you look at the numbers, they're really not that far from each other in terms of how you compare them.
We need something on the soundboard for Andrew Bailey. There needs to be some sort of like, whether it's the Kanye Miracles thing. Anytime we talk about Andrew Bailey, he needs to have a drop.
Should be the
miracles only.
Yeah.
The cock gargling, because that's a guy who needs his dick sucked for how much he's done for this rotation.
Imagine Cora saying that post game.
Yeah.
So funny.
Cora's up there like, you want to talk about someone needing their dick sucks. Andrew Bailey.
You know who's overdue for some throat? AB.
AB.
Yeah.
One thing completely unrelated, but when you mentioned extending Kutter, it's completely unrelated to that. Yeah. It is crazy. Doesn't it like hit you how crazy it is, the control that they have over the players years wise? We still have 4 years of control for Kutter Crawford. If I were a major league player, I'd be like, this shit sucks. I have to be so good for so long just to get anything. Like, this is brutal. Jaren's the same. He probably still has, 4 or 5? Like,
that's the same. Oh, they're both 29 free agents. I was talking about extending him, and it's like, there's no point. Like, there's genuinely, you're just costing yourself more money. But the reason because I immediately did the same thing, Steve. I went to see when he was locked up to. Do you see who his agent is?
Who we got here? I don't see.
It's Kutter Crawford.
He's his own agent.
Fucking pants him. Like, get him locked in here.
Get this guy.
Get him on that Whitlock 360 deal. Like, just lock him in.
Yeah, why not?
And no disrespect to Jarren Duran. Like, he's the kind of guy.
Disrespect.
It's not.
Every
but
time.
It's not. But you talk about a guy with his profile, mid-30s, it gets a little uncomfortable. You don't know how he's going to age because if the speed isn't there, what kind of player is he really to you? If you buy in Kutter Crawford being this kind of starter and he doesn't have a ton of miles on him, buy out a few free agent years. Why the hell not? Get me up to 35.
You got to lock in Duran because he might flee the country.
That's true.
That's a good take. That's a fair point.
Keep him here, like in the country, in the States.
Yeah.
That's
legally bind him to the team.
Yeah. I think that's the most interesting conversation to watch with the Red Sox up into the trade deadline. One of them is out of Wilyer Abreu and Jarren Duran. They're going to have to pick guys probably by the deadline. If Roman Anthony's ready to get to the big leagues, you already picked Ceddanne Rafaela. You already said that's going to be our center fielder. How are you going to fill out the rest of this outfield?
Yeah.
I don't know that you picked him to be on a center fielder. You picked him to be on the team.
Mm-hmm.
I think they view him as their center fielder.
He's already not your center fielder.
He's currently not your center fielder.
You had to fucking beg them to do it, and they had to watch themselves throw away all these games to get to this point.
Begging it took. It was like 3 days.
It took
3 days,
begging.
not years.
We watched David Hamilton play 10 games at shortstop.
Yeah,
that's fucking absurd. And did you see the difference? And even with Rafaela, he got bailed out. Should have had an error today as well on that ridiculously weird throw.
Tyler, you made the rule about going chronological, and you love to jump ahead.
No, crazy. But I'm just saying in general, you see the difference
he just
with
went back
Rafaela.
to the trade deadline again.
Yeah, he's like, I got Kutter to Milwaukee. I got Duran to Afghanistan.
You guys don't think about this? It's all I can think about when I watch them.
I think about it in a different way, though. I think about it like for the people who spent this last offseason, myself included, pining for them to spend any money on free agents. When you start actually looking around the diamond, they're not coming. Everyone who's going to be on this team in 3 years is here right now. That should horrify people because you're already talking about selling people to make space for everybody. What's your
That's true.
outfield? You already have 2 of them, and you know Anthony's coming. That's full. You can only play 3 outfielders. You look at your infield. Trevor Story's locked up. He's got 4 more years after this. He's not going anywhere. Rafael Devers has one of the longest and highest contracts in Major League history. He's not going anywhere. Casas, maybe he's going somewhere because his ribs don't work anymore. And Von Grissom's your second baseman. They're going to give him a long leash. The team's locked up. Teal's coming to play catcher. Like, there is no one coming. This is the team.
Yeah, but I think with the outfielders, where you see it is you have these guys, and it is going to become a bit of a logjam. Like, if Roman Anthony's ready by, call it September, where does the playing time come in? Because he's going to need to play every day immediately.
I don't know
Right?
if that's how they're going to handle him.
Well, maybe they protect them like they've tried to do at times, in a certain platoon situation. But, Wilyer and Duran and Roman Anthony, no matter how you split it up, they don't fit each other as platoon partners. So I just wonder if you're looking for them to go get a significant piece at the deadline in that way, are Abreu and Duran kind of trying out right now to see who's going to be the guy that gets to stick in a corner?
We didn't even factor in Yoshida, who's
They're hating
very
him.
much not tradable.
They're done with him. Honestly, I think they despise Masataka Yoshida, and the fact that he didn't play today is fucking absurd.
Against a lefty?
It was a lefty start.
He's making $18 million and he just sat down for 2 days. Are you kidding me? And he's coming off 2 games where he swung it well. If he's sitting, you've given up on him that much in 2 weeks?
I don't know.
The guy wasn't hitting it this time a year ago.
The sitting doesn't bother me as much as them hitting McGuire when they pulled a lefty in. That was more concerning to me.
If you're starting to sit Masataka Yoshida against fucking Martin Perez, you already have a contract that's so bad, you should consider DFAing. Because it's not worth it to have a guy who's a platoon bat. If you're going to treat him that way at this point, that's absurd. He wasn't awful against lefties last year. He was league average.
He's not awful, period. Like, they should, I agree, their hatred of him is weird. Like, they shouldn't hate him, but he is here, and we know they tried to trade him all offseason, and no one bought. So he's not going anywhere.
Like, they baby him more than anything. I don't know if it's they don't trust
No, I think
him.
Tyler's right. I don't think they like him. I don't even think it's a baby thing. I think they don't want him on the team.
He is hitting better now, so it doesn't make much sense he wouldn't be in the finale outside of like, oh, we're going to give him another day, to like rest. I don't know. It doesn't make much sense.
It's weird. And like Steve, right? Like going off that point, and I saw a lot of people like, hey, like, they want to be easy. He just got 2 days off.
Yeah,
they
he's
gave
coming
him
off of
2
days
days off in a
yeah.
row. And like, say what you will about Yoshida, but if you just strictly cared about the guy trying to get his feet underneath him, he had a great day the day before. He went 3 for 4 and he hit a 2-run home run. The game before that, he had a hit and a walk. Like, he started to get his feet underneath him. If there was ever a time to have a guy in the lineup when legit all your other hitters are dead, you'd rather take Tyler Heineman, a guy who is known as a defensive catcher who sits in AAA. You put that guy in the lineup over him? That is so disrespectful. And maybe there is something behind the scenes bothering him.
I wouldn't be stunned if this was a mutual, like if he wanted the day off. I know you're going the disrespectful route. I don't think it's that. It might more be like, I wouldn't mind having this one off and then, pair it with the off day Monday and be ready for Tuesday. I don't think it makes much sense, but I don't know if it's like a guy hits a bomb in Pittsburgh, sit his ass. I don't think it's that. That would be a little bit
No,
weird.
I don't think it's like, oh, you're going to show us you're good. I don't think it's that.
Yeah,
I just think they...
screw you. You're bad. We've decided it.
Yeah, I just think they just don't... Like, it's not the people who signed him who are still here. So that's where it's like, yeah, you're not part of our plans. Well, yeah, I know most of the people out there did do it.
But
yeah,
if it was
I get
Bloom,
that part of it.
If it was Bloom who was just like, hey, fuck what everybody else says, we're paying Yoshida, all right, that's a fair conversation. But there's one guy in here that's different. There's one. It's Craig Breslow, and I don't blame him if he looks at it and he says, what the fuck am I supposed to do with this guy? None of us believed he was going to be the hitter you guys thought he was, and he clearly wasn't. So now you sit here at this point. I understand if you got to this point in June or July and he was just mid as hell and you didn't give a damn. It's April 21st, and you've already decided this guy is no longer good enough to play against lefties.
I don't think
it's
it's
a
like
wild thing to
definitive,
put
though.
on
I
him.
don't think it's like, all right, well, that's what we're gonna do. Today feels like it might have just been he wanted the day off or something. None of
he
the
wanted the
reasons
day
are
off,
good.
then I
None
have
of
a
the reasons
problem
are
with
good,
him.
Tyler. No, none of the reasons are good. Because when I saw that lineup drop and Yoshida's not in it, like, how the hell does he not qualify for this lineup? Like, he can't play in this one. It's like, what are we doing here? That's why I thought, all right, it's not. I think we always jump to like what the hell? Everyone's so stupid. It's like a lot of times it's just, oh, the guy might have wanted the day, and maybe, I mean, with this team, he probably tweaked something in BP. Like, who knows? Like, there's so many injuries coming up, but It was
Core
weird not seeing him in the lineup. That's for sure.
Yeah. And Core could have made the point and just said, hey, he needed a day. He goes, no, he's okay. He said it after the game. He's fine. So like,
I want everyone to know he's perfectly fine. I just didn't want him out there.
Yeah.
Which is telling. Like, if that's how you feel about this guy, then like, and he's making $18 million and he's making the roster this hard to manipulate for you, you're not far from DFAing a guy like that. Like, at that point, you're just saying the contract's a sunk cause and is not worth anything. Maybe it is attaching money at the deadline and you're just waiting that out. But for where this team is right now, there's no justification you could tell me where Tyler Heineman makes more sense. There's no baseball reasoning you could give. It has to be off the field.
He's been an issue in the clubhouse, Yoshida. He's been swearing, like Jared said, he's just been swearing up a storm in Japanese, and they're like, we can't have it with this guy. The guy's losing his mind.
He was
every
dropping
day.
hard C's in the clubhouse.
Yeah. And at the players that are doing well, it's like, dude, at least pick on some of the scrubs. Like, come on.
Masataka Yoshida looks good. 3 hits, a double. 3 hits, a double, a 2-run home run to make it 4-1 in the 6th.
What's crazy is like he hasn't been their biggest problem. Like by far, nowhere near their biggest problem.
He's a league average bat this year. He's 99 OPS plus right now. He's 1% below average.
It's been the funniest part. Like if you look at his game log, he basically gets on base at least once every game. Most of the lineup you cannot say that about. He's had, I think, 3 games with 0 for and no walks. That's it. He's played in 20. The rest of the team, we're lucky to see a hit a week from some of these guys.
And now with Casas out of the lineup, you need someone who's going to work at bats, who's going to, try to work a walk and do some of these things. It's just something doesn't add up. Something smells here. It's weird. And you go back when you said 2 days ago, you just wanted to give him a break. Was that really the case? Or did you just not like those matchups and you didn't want to play him? It just seems like a wild road to go down this early in the year. If you had someone who was competent and who made sense in the platoon split, I could get it. Tyler Heineman, I'm sorry. Unless you're doing charity for the fucking guy because, he's going to be up for 1 day before he gets sent back to AAA. And if you are doing shit like that, then you have a problem within itself.
It looks good. 3 hits.
Yeah, it looks really good.
3 hits, a double, 2-run home run, made it 4-1 Boston in the 6th. I'm going to repeat this note here. Still no idea why Jolie is on this team. Gave up the home run 4-2 in the 8th. I mean, Bernardino, like we pretty much went all of last year. Not that it was like a winning formula. The team sucked, but all of last year was just one lefty out of the bullpen. Why do we need Jolie if we have Bernardino?
Got 3 right now with Booze.
Yeah, and Boozer, who like I get it. Like both times out, he's given up a like hard contact, but like he's pitched well, and like the run only scored in his debut because fucking Wilyer dove for a ball that was 20 feet away. Like that run should not have scored in Boozer's debut. But whatever. Kenley got lucky. Still counts. Save number 5. Red Sox 4. Pirates 2. It's a dub. 12-10. Tied for 3rd. Which brings us to today. Tyler?
There was some wild stuff from Kenley post-game. I don't know if you caught it.
He sounded more positive. He was just like, yeah, like I'm old as fuck. I got to work harder and try harder. Also, I was listening on the radio and Bradford was playing a snippet. You heard this too, Coley? Yeah,
no,
Bradford.
I was talking about the post game.
Okay. Bradford played a snippet. This was pregame, I believe. He was interviewing Kenley, who was just pissing and moaning about the pitch clock.
Oh my God.
And it's like, first it's the baseballs. Now he's complaining about the fucking pitch clock. And he's like, yeah, like obviously, we're athletes and as we get older, like we need more time to recover and blah, blah, blah. It's like, fucking when, dude? Like, get on a Peloton. Your endurance is because you're out of shape, my man. Like, let's go. Always excuses with this guy. His ERA is going to be, he'll finish the season with 40 saves and like a fucking 0.97 ERA. And I'm like, I hate this guy.
That's genuinely what he's trending towards and what makes it the funniest. Like, what was it? Fairbanks down in Tampa was complaining about the balls too. This
he was
just
pissed.
A Kenley thing. Yeah. He's like, I'm going to go hang myself until 9 and then I'll be over it. He said something
that guy's barely
very
hanging
intense. But yeah, I don't disagree. Like, you pitched your whole life and all of a sudden they're like, hey, by the way, speed it up, pal. And it's just like, no, fuck off. I'm not going to speed it up.
It's just like if you're gonna whine about the pitch clock, like you had all last year to do it.
He
right?
did.
Like, and he did. He took that last year to whine about it. I just didn't think it would carry over.
Scherzer complained. Well, it's like Scherzer, and I think the veterans, it's on them. If the rookies come up, no one's going to listen to them. You've been dealing with it in the minors.
Yeah.
So, like, veterans keep saying, hey, we hate the pitch clock, and everyone's just like, no, you're fine. Why is no one listening to, like, most of these pitchers, most of which aren't even pitching this year because they're hurt, by the way?
They fucking did it to themselves when they did these negotiations and they made a deal where they weren't able to control the rules. And, like, that's still the craziest thing that they allowed. And I know they got some things back in the last CBA negotiations, but when you let it so MLB controls the rules, what a fucking insane thing to do, because they're not going to understand what you're going through. And I'm a supporter of the pitch clock. But I do think we found some of the roots of why Kenley's been pissing and moaning. Now, he got interviewed over the last couple days, and he was kind of talking about his relationship with Liam Hendricks. And he was like, basically asked, does it bother you that they went and got that guy and he's basically going to be ready when it's time to trade you at the deadline? He goes, thinking that way puts me in a miserable spot. I've learned that lesson. I don't want to think about that again. I just want to be happy every day. This is a great group of guys, good people. I enjoy this team. I want to be happy and help us win. That's it. Just be happy. So I think if you're looking for, some of the reasons he was bitching and moaning, wasn't happy about Liam Hendricks the first time. He's kind of acknowledged that. And
I mean, they outright signed his replacement.
Well, whatever. His contract's up at the end of the year, and Hendricks might not pitch this year.
He's definitely going to want another contract.
Yeah, but he clearly doesn't want it here. Like, that's another thing, too, where it's like, if you don't want to be here, then, like, are you going to blame us for getting your replacement? Also, like, Liam Hendricks doesn't have to be his replacement. Like, he could pitch before Kenley, in the order of guys coming out of the pen. So, I don't know.
And he made a point at the end to say, I would prefer to be in Boston than get moved. He's like, I want to be here. Now, is he just saying that shit to say that shit? That's a fair,
I mean, you're not going to come out and be like, honestly, just fucking trade me. Trade me, dude.
Right, but was he
But you already did that, basically.
Was he demanding a trade before they signed Hendricks? Genuinely, I don't know. Was he demanding a trade before that? Because it seems to be well after.
Maybe. It's a fair question, but at least for him, it seems like either someone got in his ear or someone's like, dude, you need to fucking clean it up and start speaking differently. Because the last 2 times he's spoken now, he's made a point to say how much he likes the team, how much he believes in the team, that he believes in the young core. And now, without saying, he's admitting he was pissed when you brought Liam Hendricks here. So there's clearly an adjustment going on for him mentally to at least not be a miserable fuck every day.
He does seem like he's always just going through it. And I'm sitting here always thinking, like, dude, you pitched like 2 innings a series. Like, it's not that bad. Just be good at this.
16 million. Like, you work 2 innings a weekend. Like, just shut the fuck up. It doesn't matter. Like, if they're going to trade you or not. Like, if you are getting traded, it's because a team that's better than this wants you. Like,
I know.
Just do your job and shut up.
And you're a Hall of Fame closer already. Like, you're already going to Cooperstown. You got a ring. I know it was a short season, whatever. But yeah, we hear from Kenley more than anybody else. And Coley, I do get it. The veteran thing matters. Like, you have to earn your talking points and your credibility and all that. But I do believe Kenley wants to win here. I actually believe that. I think he wants to win here.
I think that's what he's saying, and everyone keeps shitting on him for it.
I don't think we're shitting on him for that. Like, we respect that he really wants to win and all that. It's like, let's just put some of the excuse stuff to the side.
I see a reigning all-star with a 186 ERA plus.
He might go again. He might be back to. He might be an all-star in every year.
He might start the all-star game.
What's the walk per 9 right now?
It's got to be ridiculous.
Wow. Listen, what are we talking about here?
Yeah. I see cool 9.4.
Yeah, and I see strikeouts per 9, 14. Why don't you lead with that?
Listen, if you're walking 9, I don't care how many guys you strike it out unless it's 25.
Home run per 9, 0. So he's walking. We just talked about Kutter Crawford's doing the same fucking thing. You get no problem with that.
He's not walking 9 guys.
He's also not saying shit.
He's trying to. No one's asking him anything. I still don't know what his voice sounds like.
Ask Kutter. Ask Kutter questions. He's a nice guy. He sounds just like a normal dude.
Let's get Kutter on here.
Love to get
absolutely.
He would love to come on. No, I want Kutter Crawford, the agent, talking about his client, Kutter Crawford.
We don't want the pitcher. We don't want the pitcher. We're going to tell him, leave that shit at the door.
Can I talk to Cutter's agent, please?
That's all I want.
Yeah, I want to talk to Kutter as Cutter's agent.
If you say anything about your pitch mix, we're booting you. You're out of here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only business.
And if you talk about Kutter Crawford, the pitcher, you have to speak as though he's not in the room.
Right. You're gonna be like, he's great. He's really down this season.
Oh man,
Dude,
He's
what
been
Cutter's
dealing-
doing this year,
That dude's been dealing. He's been
good.
dragging his nuts all over the mound all fucking season.
Yeah.
This
You just
guy's
got to tip your
incredible.
cap to him. He looks great out there. I mean, 0.66 ERA is nuts.
Yeah, you see that last outing where Cora was like, "We fucking need 6 out of you," and then he just went out there and did it. Dude's incredible.
Nice to get that energy out of him too. We haven't seen that much from him. Pretty good. Pretty good. We love Cutter.
Yeah.
Personally, I would give him
Huge cock,
Nola.
too.
Yeah, big hog, and I'd give him the Nola deal personally. That's where we're looking. We're looking at 172. I think we'll get it.
Yeah,
Just such a gentleman. Just a great guy.
he's a great fucking guy. Yeah, just the type of guy that you want to give a shit ton of money to.
Let him marry your daughter today.
Jamie Westbrook, by the way, it doesn't sound like he's gonna beat the 5'7" allegations. I'm
Oh
sorry.
no.
Oh God.
We have sources. I saw you looking for sources.
I mean, I'm talking to him right now.
That's what I figured. Yeah. So we
yeah.
get direct sources. So he even says he's 5'7".
Oh,
He says I'm not
said-
beating those allegations.
He said I'm definitely taller than 5'7" in cleats.
Cheating.
Yeah,
Which,
Yeah.
to be fair to him, they play baseball in cleats.
that's what I'm saying.
But
Like
if we're
kind of
saying,
like when I weigh myself, like I'll weigh myself in clothes and shoes because everyone's like, "Oh, well, that's not what you weigh." It's like, well, if someone's trying to throw me, I'm not going to be ass naked.
Wait, you step on the scale in shoes?
Sometimes.
that's a weird move.
I've
Who's
never heard
trying
of
to
that.
throw you?
I mean, that's the whole point of putting on weight is to be less throwable.
Stepping on
someone
a scale
throw you in the
shoes is
past?
Crazy.
Tell me I'm wrong.
I could for
You
sure.
guys
still
can't
throw
relate. You guys are all fatties trying to drop weight. As someone that was skinny trying to put on weight,
Oh.
the whole point of trying to put on weight is to be less tossable.
Listen, Tubby, I could still throw you today.
Listen, fat ass.
Yeah, I could absolutely chuck you today.
I don't
Jared,
know.
you
I'm
whale.
pretty
You're so
dense.
fat, Jared.
I'm dense, dude.
Fat, so.
I've picked you up
Tubbs.
before.
When?
I mean, who's to say?
What year? I'll
What
tell you how
year?
much I weighed.
What year did you pick me up,
Oh,
Cole?
yeah.
I assume it was 8. I would have to assume 18.
Yeah, I was probably like 30 pounds lighter in 18.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You look at those 2018 pictures, I was fucking
You just
starving
didn't have
Marvin.
hair. That's all. You just
I
didn't
know.
have
You
hair.
had the
then.
buzz. You had the buzz. going.
No,
That's
Then
30
you got
pounds
that
right there.
transplant.
That's easily 30
I'm
pounds.
telling you right now, the day of the parade when me and you were on the duck boats together,
I'll see you
having
guys.
the fucking best day of our lives, a memory to last a lifetime. That day,
You're at the
That
parade,
day.
Steve.
Yeah,
that we will
confetti all
never
over
forget.
The streets. Yeah.
yeah, that day
This is
that
what it
will
looked
live
like.
on forever. And always be a cherished memory that we will share together. That
Mhm,
day
mhm,
specifically, October 31st, 2018,
Yeah.
as we ran through the streets of Boston with tens of thousands of people celebrating us.
Oh, hundreds.
Like we were the victors, like we were the champions. Not now, Tyler. The
That's illegal. That's an illegal
just
move.
the utmost respect shown by all the people on the streets. Just being like, these are our guys. There's Jared. There's Coley. Woo! Run it back. I don't even remember where I was going with this. Oh, around that time, I was probably about 165 pounds.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it's still super tossable.
Now?
No, I'm saying then way more so.
Yeah.
But
I think Coley
now-
could toss any of us right now, if we're being honest.
I don't know. He's.
No, I agree with
he's,
Tyler's facial movements about himself.
Oh, Tyler, you're saying
Not
you
to
can't.
shit on myself. I don't think Coley's getting me moving.
Coley's
I
got
can lift
dad strength
Tyler. I'm
now
not
that he
throwing
didn't
him for
have at the
reference.
time.
True.
Now he's got 2-time, almost 3-time
3-time dad.
strength.
Yeah.
3-time dad strength, which he had none of on that day when we were in the Red Sox World Series parade. Just fans going nuts. One chick show me her boobs. It was
What's
crazy.
genuinely crazy about everything you've said is it sounds like you're being an obnoxious dickhead, but everything you said happened. Like all of that.
It happened a lot.
Every
lot.
single moment.
Yeah.
People were like our gods.
Yeah.
Please.
They're like, "Ah!"
Like they'd be like, JD Martinez, who's that next? Oh my God, it's Jared the Rocket Carabas.
Yeah,
and
they were like,
man.
they were like, Raffy, get out of the way. We want to see Jared and Coley. Yeah, it was something. Oh,
Game 3.
fuck, man. I wish we could go back to that day.
Yeah, me too.
Man. Just if you could bottle that and inject it, buddy, heroin would be out of business tomorrow.
Yeah, but you can. It's called fentanyl. You will just die if you have too much, or even just like a little tiny bit of that. It's just Rob Refsnyder is my number 3 hitter. He had an RBI double that made it 1-1 in the 3rd inning. I already read the first 2 lines. I said, I stand corrected. This is the worst lineup I've ever seen. Triston Casas out indefinitely. Season's cooked. And then right here, Rob Refsnyder is my number 3 hitter. Like when you look at this lineup, we all looked at this lineup before. Yes, I'm assuming we all saw the lineup before the game started.
Disgusting.
What did it make you feel, Steve, when you saw that lineup? Did you feel defeated? Did you think that there was no chance that the Red Sox were going to win this game?
No, Tyler alluded to it early in the show. The Pirates are poopy, man. They're really bad. So I think the Red Sox could put 9 guys in a lineup, just put 9 Sox jerseys on, and they'd have a chance, honestly. One thing I did want to do, though, was compare it to the opening day lineup.
I'm attracted to a lot of different guys.
Dallas, come on, man.
What was that?
That was Dallas Braden, broadcaster of the Oakland A's.
Oh, right. I compared this lineup to the opening day lineup just to see who's not in it. Jarren Duran leading off, so he did opening day and the series finale. Rafael Devers hitting second. Nope, that didn't happen today. Tyler O'Neill hitting third. Obviously, that didn't happen. Triston Casas cleanup. Nope, didn't happen today. Masataka Yoshida didn't happen today. He wanted to take a tour of Pittsburgh, wanted to check the bridge out.
He checked out the Roberto Clemente Museum.
Yeah, this is something we're not factoring in. He was just imagine the Nessa camera zooms in. Yoshida's just on the bridge, like, oh,
that's nice. Yeah.
He's putting stuff on his Instagram. Like, what the hell?
Yeah. They have him doing the sideline that day.
Yeah, exactly.
I'd be all in for that. It's like, I mean, he had 2 good games. He earned this. Like, if that was written into his contract, if he has 2 good games, he gets the 3rd day off to explore the city.
You get to tour the city in the 3rd game. Yeah. He wanted to sightsee. It's like, you need to have 2 good games to sightsee. That's the deal. But yeah, Rafaela, Valdez are in the opening day lineup and in this lineup, and then Reese McGuire and David Hamilton were not. So 2/3 of your opening day lineup was not present for the series finale.
Yeah. In that 3rd inning where Rob Refsnyder, my number 3 hitter, drove in the game-tying run, an RBI double, 4 straight hits for the Red Sox.
Good.
I almost said Bobby Abreu. Wilyer Abreu, RBI, knocked to make it 2-1. Then this play here, this is where I'd contemplated suspending Tyler again for not tweeting the highlight because I really wanted to tweet about it. Rafaela fires it off the dugout screen because he knew he couldn't get the out at first, which had the runner convinced that he could go to second, and it was an easy out at second. That was intentional, that play. Like, people were like, oh my God, like, why would he throw that? Like, how did it miss so badly? It's like, all right, he sees a giant net right there. You don't think that, like, yeah, like, I mean, he didn't fire it into the crowd. He didn't fire it into the dugout. He threw it off a net. The runner was like, oh, I'm going to fucking go to second base. And then it bounced off the net. Pablo Reyes, who obviously we knew he was going to be the first baseman at the start of the year, he makes the throw to second base. Boom, out, done.
It was very clearly, it was, oh my God, yeah. It was a planned play, obviously, because of how quick Pablo broke for it. Like, you don't break that fast for the ball if those guys aren't talking to the dugout, like, let's run the net play. Let's do it. We're going to get this guy at second base. Let's run the net play. Valdez, keep your glove on the base runner. It drives me nuts. He loves doing it. Look, I got him, like showing the ump. The guy's 3 feet off the bag. Just keep your glove on the base runner. Hamilton doesn't do it either, and it drives me nuts.
And we see that the ball is not on the ground. There's only one other place that it can be. You don't have to show me.
Showing him the glove, it's like, yeah, I know the ball's in there. I can't see it anywhere. It's got to be in your glove.
The umpire's not going to pat you down. Is it in your pants? Is it in your pants? Where's the ball? Come on.
Is this a ball?
They absolutely check. They 1,000% check on all tags. What are you two talking about?
They do cup checks.
They check all the time.
They check all the time.
Just keep your glove on the runner.
In real time, I agreed with you on the replay. He tagged him so much more than I realized in real time. Like he tagged the out of him. I thought he missed him
the shit out
and was also furious. And on the replay, I was like, oh, that's the most tagged I've seen a guy.
Yeah. Their instincts with some of these plays are stupid. Abreu's the same. Some of the reasons he makes great catches is because he makes some of the dumbest breaks you've ever seen on a ball. I mean, credit to him because then he catches it. But then that also, like we talked about with the dive, it results in the dumbest dive you've ever seen. It's like, just let that ball bounce and it's a single. But
yeah. 2-run spank for Reese McGuire made it 4-1 Red Sox in the 5th. I feel like Reese McGuire has become like a nice, just solid addition to this club. I mean, he's been here. When did he come over? 22?
Jake Diekman trade.
Was that the deadline at 22?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's been here for a minute now.
Yeah.
More than a minute. Way more.
Oh, definitely more than a minute. Yeah. I feel like he's been a nice, quiet addition to the club.
286 for the Sox. He's got a 101 OPS plus with this team. I'll take it.
Yeah, it's been nice.
And Diekman was awful, so that was a great trade.
He's
then the Rays fixed them for a little bit, as they tend
Not
to
my
do.
problem.
Maybe if we had Andrew Bailey back then, you could have got something out of him.
Oh, he would have been pitching 6 innings a game.
I will say, Wilyer Abreu, top 5 in batting average and OPS on the Red Sox right now, considering how he started the season.
That's the next line. That's the next line. 3 hits for Wilyer. My man competes.
He does.
He does. He's always getting fired up. He's always out there, He doesn't. He's kind of like Latino Trot Nixon. He's
what Emmanuel Valdez thinks he is.
It's never gonna look pretty, but he fucking plays so hard, and it looks good when he does well.
Tyler, that's a good point. That was a good point right there. I don't want to lose that good point. He's what Valdez thinks he is. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah,
Valdez isn't very good. That's just the reality. He's trying his best. He can hit a little bit against righties, but doesn't offer anything.
He's just not a major leaguer. Abreu might be.
He can play.
Abreu is Latino Trot Nixon. Like, he's out there diving for balls that JD Drew is fucking camped under for 20 seconds already. And he looks good doing it. And he fires up the boys. Like, he'll make a play and be like, hey, Bamo. He's always trying to fire.
Dude, he loves saying Bamo. Every time they show him Bamo, it's like that is his favorite word.
It's a V.
He gets jacked up. No, it's Bamo.
Bamo.
No, Bamo. You pronounce Bamo like Wilyer.
Wilyer Valdez.
Wilyer Valdez Bamo.
Yes. Yeah. I like Wilyer. He might actually be my favorite player on the team right now.
He's fun. What a 180, by the way. Ready to send this guy to Worcester. Yeah.
It feels like the Red Sox are playing the Red Sox, is what I said.
Mm-hmm.
This is when Ref Snyder cut down fucking whoever would, Schoen Weiss, whatever the fuck his name is.
I don't know any of these guys.
They had some terribly named players on that team. It made me upset. Visually upset to read some of the names they were rolling out there.
Yeah, it was a lot. I did like, though, and it is like an interesting, I guess, psychology maybe, but one of the dudes had The Sweetness as his walk-up song, and I love that song, but I didn't notice anyone else's walk-up song, but I would just be sitting there and I would hear it, and it would perk me up, and I'd be like, oh shit, that's that song again. All weekend I didn't notice anyone else's walk-up song, but like it did something to my ears when I heard it. I just noticed it immediately every single time. It was their number 9 hitter. I don't even know, his name was like fucking Brad Delp, something like that.
Big Delp.
Trolio? Jared Trolio?
That's him.
Sneaky, very good last year.
Yeah. Duran got picked off, but the Pirates suck. This was in the 8th. He advanced to third base on a balk and then scored on a drop pop-up to make it 6-1. That's what I mean about, like, it feels like we're playing the Red Sox. That is something that the Red Sox would have done. I mean, I'm not ruling out the possibility that they'll do it on on Tuesday. They will probably do something like that in the very near future. But the fact that it happened to us was it was a nice change of pace.
Well, the Bob play in the opener, right? Like, he probably should have been on a third. Bad throw. He's safe.
Yeah.
Sox would have had the bad throw.
Oh, well, Bob puts pressure on the defense.
He does. That's
And
what
we
he's
know
known.
that.
He's known for that. Yep.
Puts pressure on the pitchers. You got walked again. Yes, Tyler?
That was another awful send by Kyle Hudson in that first game, where Bobby Dalbec also got thrown out at the plate by a mile.
Yeah, that's why I said he got assaulted.
Oh.
Excuse me.
That was a note. And there was starred as well.
The
That's
umps
right.
hate Bob. I'm getting upset.
Casas treatment.
It's bad.
Oh. Yeah, I'm going to look into some data on that. Last line here. I don't know how that game was such an easy win. And that's just based on the lineup.
Agreed. I said before, I posited when I first saw the lineup. I said, when was the last time a major league team like forfeited? Like, I genuinely forfeited a game. I also thought we were playing tomorrow as well. So my thought was like, starting Winkowski, do we really want to potentially burn all the bullpen and we turn around tomorrow? Once I saw we were playing tomorrow, I was like, I'll let the boys have fun.
Have a nice day. They want to go to the Roberto Clemente Museum.
Yeah, they want to meet up with Yoshida.
Yeah.
Team bonding.
Mm-hmm.
But that lineup was generally, I think having the Celtics on helped as well, because I just looked up and all of a sudden it was 2-1. Like, I saw us go down 1-0 because that happened the first fucking batter of the game, or technically the second. But immediately I was like, well, you tried, Winkowski. Put all my attention towards the Celtics. The Celtics were up 1,000 points. Look back, it was 2-1 and the boys were still rolling. I was like, this is tremendous.
No stress.
I know we're 162 guys, but this was like, I watched like half this. I watched the whole game, but I was watching the Celtics. Like the Red Sox were on. We had the double screen going. I don't think I tweeted at all during this game. And to your point, Jared, I looked up. It's 6-1. All right, yeah, that counts as a win. You have 5 more runs than the other team.
Yeah, even I have the Celtics on, and I know 2 players on the team.
Who are your favorite guys on the C's?
Eddie House and fucking Dan Housen.
Danhausen.
Danhausen.
Well, it's funny because Steve, you love Danhausen.
It's my guy.
Yeah.
Big house. Yeah.
The Trace. El Trace.
El Trace, they call him. Yep.
They just kick it out to him, and he's just like.
That's the sound it makes. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Danhausen, the 11th best 3-point shooter in the league, I heard.
That's true. All right, you were really watching. That is true.
I was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I was. Tyler?
As an outsider perspective for people who may have listened to the Nicki Minaj episode and wondered why I was suspended for my actions, why is this not a suspendable action?
Because I have 9 fucking TVs, dude.
We were watching the game.
Yeah, we were watching on multiple screens.
I heard 0.5. I saw half the game.
What?
I didn't say that.
I'm not pointing at anyone.
I'm saying like it's kind of like you watch. We had the game.
Whose suspension are you advocating for right now, Tyler?
All 3 of you guys, and me and Jake stay for the next minute.
Denied. Sorry.
Jake for sure is watching both too.
Yeah.
Can I bring up
I
a
was
second
flipping
point?
back and forth.
If I wasn't watching the game, how did I get all these notes? Do you think I asked Wendy Peppercorn for her notes in class?
I don't know. Maybe someone was taking notes for you.
Isn't that her name?
You say peppercorn?
Peppercorn.
It's pepper. It's a couple F's. Yeah.
Peppercorn.
Yep.
What is that show?
Movie's The Sandlot.
Oh.
No, it's fair.
Oh, it's for him. All right. That threw me off for a second.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's something he's got to know. As the baseball guy is like the face of baseball, you got to know that. You just have to know that.
Wendy Peppercorn.
Can we talk about Justin Slayton?
No.
What? The second best reliever on the Red Sox. We're not going to talk about Justin Slayton.
Got nothing
First
else.
win.
Who gave us one, Joey?
Chris Martin.
I think it's fair to wonder who has been better this season.
You could argue Slayton has been better if you just look at the numbers. But I think out of respect, right? We'll keep Chris Martin considering he got a Cy Young vote.
People make bad decisions in the voting booths all the time.
All the time.
I think Slayton is your second best reliever, and I don't think it's really close.
All right, that'll do it for Slayton.
That'll do it. And that's the fucking list.
It's the end of that segment.
Yeah.
I hate you guys.
That'll do it. That was that's a new segment we're working on called "Who's the second best reliever on the Red Sox?"
And it's
People
not
care
even
about
close.
Justin Slayton.
Slayton's been great.
Yeah, he's been really good.
He's been
Justin
awesome.
Grayton.
He's great.
Yeah, he's got a great opponent batting average. He's got a lot of strikeouts. Good ERA.
He's sick. He's doing all the
He's
good
throwing
stuff.
pitches. They're not hitting them necessarily. Oh,
They're not hitting him. Oh,
Oh, hey.
hey! These are my legs here.
Come on, I need these.
oh, hey! What do you got to yell timber?
No warning, hey.
Italian Jeff Passan, moments after being struck by a tree, is my new favorite character.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Completely
I got a
unannounced.
report over here.
That's what it sounded like.
Your mother's brajoles. Oh, hey! What are we doing over here?
Hey. Who's the third best reliever on the team?
Red Sox 6, Pirates 1. They
I heard there was a gap. I mean, now I want to know.
Yeah,
They
who's
are-
at number 3?
They're
Kenley?
alone in third place.
It's probably Kenley, right?
Probably out of respect, you gotta kind of put Kenley there, even though I wouldn't want to.
He's not.
Wow.
But
Third. Kenley, third best? Are you saying he's the third best reliever on the team?
Greg Weissert has been fine.
No,
Yeah.
he's been in the notes too much, pissing me off.
I agree. I'm not arguing it. Like Josh Winkowski, he's starting and he hasn't been great when he's been relieving this year. And after that, Brennan Bernardino,
I mean, he started as many games as Winkowski.
hell of an opener. 2 earned runs in 11 innings as an opener.
What are my other options? Who's the guy? There's
It's
someone else that I
Kenley,
like.
dude. Accept your
It's
fate.
It's not Kenley.
Chase Anderson.
It's Chase Anderson.
He's just
No
Another-
matter what
another-
name was said
Another
there.
goose egg. Another goose egg for Chase Anderson today. He didn't give up a run today. Now you're gonna make me pull it up and look at the numbies.
I mean, if we're not factoring in innings, then Bernardino got to be in there.
Bernardino.
He's got more
Bernardino.
innings than fucking Kenley does.
Yeah, they're quality innings too.
Kenley's got 7-2.
Kenley's got him by an out.
7.2 and a 186 ERA plus. I mean, he's shoving whether or not Jared, with his vendetta, wants to admit it.
I don't have a vendetta against him. I don't. I just don't like. I don't like whiners and complainers. I don't like that.
No, that's why he's third. We've knocked him down 2 pegs when he should be your best reliever. Make it $16 million a year.
I can't believe you keep bringing that up like that, Matt. Means anything.
I mean,
Bothers me.
Greg Weissert has been better than Kenley.
For sure not.
The FIP's rough though, is it not? Because of the homers.
All right, so then you want to look at a statistic where it's like, well, he should be worse. Well, he's not. That's your.
Yeah,
that's
534 FIP.
That's your argument.
No, it's just a thought. Add it
It's
to
a
the
bad one.
conversation.
Slayton is Slayton the best reliever on the team, or is it the second best?
No, he's second. He said
I can't put him above. Chris
I
Martin
put him
yet.
one.
Chris Martin. Chris
Wow.
Martin has a. Wow.
I think he's been the best. Like, reliever is a very strange position year to year. That's why the greats are so impressive to me, because I feel like it's so hard to be that consistently great year after year. Chris Martin last year was probably the best overall reliever in baseball, not just on the Red Sox. That's how dominant he was. I think it's absurd to think that's what we're going to get every year. Even this year, he's looked rough in a couple outings, and even against bad teams like the A's. So that's where it's like, I still trust him. I don't get worried when he comes out by any stretch. Slayton's been nails, and multiple innings nails as well. Like, he has been extremely impressive.
I just remembered who I was thinking of, and I'm not going to submit the answer because he might be the worst pitcher on the team.
Is it Campbell?
It's Isaiah Campbell.
Yeah, of course. That's absurd.
He's the worst pitcher on the team.
I will say with Martin, he's looked like himself since the blow-ups. He looks like the Chris Martin we saw last year, and as
How
good as
did
he
he
was
hurt
last
his
year.
non-throwing shoulder is what I want to know. Did anyone ask that question? Fucking Catillo?
Yeah, Castillo. What the hell?
Be like, hey, I'm just curious. Like, you're a right-handed pitcher. How did you hurt your left shoulder? Could have been in the gym. I don't know. I want to know these things. Where is Isaiah Campbell right now?
Shoulder impingement. He's working on
So he's
strengthening.
got a fake injury. They were just like, man, you really are stinking it up.
Yeah,
we
get
can't
him
have
outta
this.
here.
They're like, hey, you're gonna tarnish Andrew Bailey's legacy if you don't get the fuck out of here.
He was another guy who was nails on the road, and then he came home and he started stinking it up. He was nothing to do with that park.
He was hurt for those last 2 outings. He said he was hurt.
Sure.
He lied. People lie.
What?
People lie, Tyler. That's something that you as a young person, you're naive. You'll learn that someday. People will lie to you.
So Isaiah Campbell lied to me. He wasn't hurt.
Correct.
Lied to us.
Well, I mean, he didn't lie to me because I'm not stupid enough to believe that. He lied to your stupid face.
There's no need for that.
You're naive. Tyler, it's going to sound like I'm being mean right now, but I'm trying to, as your elder, as your mentor, as your idol, as your hero, I'm trying to teach you something, trying to teach you a life lesson. And, you know, some of these Gen Z pussies out there, they're just not going to, you just need tough love. Right, Steve?
Of course, yeah.
I'm a puss cake?
No, you're not. That's why I'm not. I haven't deemed you not worthy of my time.
That'd be a rough
Tyler.
Jake, you're also a puss cake.
No, he's not.
Brutal.
Yeah, I didn't need that.
Jake's a year older than me.
Jake's like, what the hell is...
I've never once had to correct Jake, ever.
Not on anything?
Never. Jake, have I ever been like, hey, man, you screwed this up?
No, you just let me go.
Yeah, I just let Jake cook.
Why don't I have that kind of freedom?
You don't cook.
Well, because you fuck up a lot of things. I let you cook, but when you're like my son riding his bike with training wheels and you still manage to fall over. I'm just like, hey, like I gotta hold you to make sure that you don't fall over. Like Jake, I'm just like, I give him a dirt bike and I'm like, yeah, you don't need a helmet, son. Go off into the woods. I can't send you off into the woods. I can't even let you go to the end of the street. I got to let you go in the little cul-de-sac.
This is bringing back traumatic memories because my parents wouldn't let me walk home from school till I was 14.
Well,
okay, then. See? We got a good sense for it.
We try and let you cook, and you'll like swap out salt for sugar, sugar for salt, baking soda for baking powder, and then this is why you have like violent diarrhea all the time.
Right. We're protecting you from you.
Thank you, I think.
But, I mean, the potential is there. We see the potential in you, which is why we're trying to mold you into a bright young man.
I just need another 10 years.
Give us a playoff run.
Jeez.
I feel like you'll
you're
become
10
a
years
man.
from now.
Yeah. Next time the Red Sox are in the playoffs, we're going to turn you into a man.
I'm ready.
Did you just intentionally make your voice deeper?
Just growing up.
I'm just growing up, man. I'm talking deeper, man.
Yeah, it's just that test is running through my body, man.
Life makes you hard.
Oh,
You
shit.
don't want to do that.
Masataka Series MVP. Series MVP.
The Clark's Ketchup Series MVP brought to you by Clark's Ketchup Drizzle. That ketchup. It's that time after a sweep, which Jake correctly predicted. He was the only one who had the balls to put it all out there and predict a sweep. He was correct. Check out the series predictions chart on the Section 10 Reddit page. I believe that there's a bunch of people that are tracking all these things. People will track the series predictions. They'll track the suspensions. Plenty of Twitter accounts and folks on the Section 10 Reddit and the Discord. Check out the Discord as well. Join that community. It's a good time. I pop in there every now and then as well. Okay. voting time. First vote belongs to Loomer. You know him, you love him. He was actually doing the play-by-play in this series, which I thought was interesting. I mean, he did a great job, but I'm used to Lou dropping in with like the one-liners, and instead he's doing the Joe Castig spot.
Yeah.
Lou Merlone votes for Wilyer Abreu. TC, Tom Karen, who loved the 420 references on 420. He was dropping them all over the pre and post. I mean, it's a Maine guy.
Yeah.
Right, Coley?
Fucking right. Oh!
Hey!
Oh!
Hitting the trees.
The great,
Hey, oh!
the great North. He said, Wilyer, baby. Homered in the first inning of game 1 and never looked back. That's right. Will Middlebrooks, I will say, he submitted his vote before the series was even over. He called it. He was just like, fuck it, Wilyer. That was at 4 o'clock. Kevin Youkilis. Wilyer Abreu is the vote. Jemai Webster. Let's give it to my Wilyer, no need for translation Abreu. It's another vote for Wilyer. OB. You know he's talking Sox. And he says Wilyer Abreu for me. And that brings us to that time. Once again.
What is up, Jareed, Tilaire, Jacquet, Collet? You might be sensing a theme. The dude who's going to be my fucking nominee for the Clark's Ketchup Series MVP has told me literally 10 times different pronunciations for his own name. I love the guy the minute we fucking met him last year. Wilyer.
Ah, shit. My fucking screen. That's my bad.
Damn
my
it.
screen.
Gonna be my fucking nominee for the Clark's Ketchup Series MVP has told me literally 10 times different pronunciations for his own name. I love the guy the minute we fucking met him last year. Wilyer. However his name is pronounced, the fucking Clark's Ketchup Series MVP is Wilyer motherfucking Abreu.
I honestly, you know what? I have a suggestion for the panel.
Yeah.
I feel like we should vote first so that Will is always the last vote.
He should be last, 100%.
It feels weird to have Will and then us because it's very anticlimactic. Moving forward, see?
Also, can we get Wilyer on the soundboard? That'd be great. Okay.
Of course.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah. Moving forward, we vote first and Will always goes last.
Love it.
Jake, your vote for Clark's Ketchup Series MVP?
Yeah, it's obviously Wilyer.
Yeah. Steve?
Yep, 1667 OPS in the series. Hit a homer out of the park, 4 RBIs, 3 walks, 12 total bases.
Wilyer Abreu. Wilyer Abreu.
Wilyer Abreu.
Wilyer. Hit 583 in the series with a 667 on base, slugged 1,000. With how about a little fucking 674 weighted on base average, a little WOBA for you, T-Dog. How about a little WOBA? How about a little ISO, a little isolated power? How about 417 on isolated power for Wilyer Abreu? Coley, what's your vote?
I mean, it's obviously Abreu.
Yeah, but you're gonna go like fucking the T-bill stork or something.
No. They did show the Pirates mascot a lot, and why the only reason I'm considering him that parrot he was only fucking with their pitchers. Like, he was never behind the hitter when they were up. He was only fucking with their pitchers. I have to believe that helped us. I have to believe this Mickey Mouse lineup we trotted out there every day, backpacked by Wilyer Abreu, was helped out by the Pittsburgh Pirates parrot.
Mm-hmm.
So
what's your vote?
I'm going with the parrot.
All right, it's the parrot. Parrot it is. T-Dog.
If you hit a baseball out of a ballpark, you're immediately going to get a ton of love and you deserve consideration. Secondly, 3 walks in one game on 420. Didn't think it got talked about enough because he didn't have the big hit in those games like the other ones. For me, that's enough.
What was the game? Was that today that he was on base 4 times?
Today he went 3 for 5, but it was the second game where he walked 3 times.
Yeah.
Give me that patience. That's special. That's the Wilyer Abreu I fell in love with last September. I'm happy he's back, and he's here to prove people wrong.
Yeah. I'm going to throw a packet to Rob Refsnyder in the series. Had the outfield assist there. Hit 333, got on base at a 429 clip, played in all 3 games. Had a 1262 OPS. I mean, if it wasn't for Wilyer going to God mode, then Rob Refsnyder is probably getting some catch up. So he at least deserves a packet here.
Mm-hmm.
Rest of the lineup didn't do a goddamn thing. This was really the Wilyer Abreu and Rob Refsnyder show for the whole series. But I'm going to go Wilyer Abreu, who is your Clark's Ketchup Series MVP. And while we're at it, this is a valid criticism from our listeners. We put out the episode at 5 a.m. and then we put out the results of the catch-up at like 10 a.m. Can we not do that?
Like right before the game then?
Yeah. How about 6 p.m.?
That's fine. I think that's
tomorrow's an off day. So
people should be listening immediately.
I agree.
Yeah.
Trust me.
That's their
I'm
fault.
with you. You at least have to give them enough time to get to that. Even if if the podcast came out and you like listened on 2x speed, I still don't think it was enough time.
Definitely was.
Like usually we're fine about it. I think the last episode we dropped it like with the link to the episode. Tyler?
Can I put forward 7:30? That way, you're giving everybody the chance in the morning to commute. You're giving them the chance on the way home. And if you have nothing to do when you get home, you can finish it if you're really that into it.
During game doesn't work. You can't.
Why? No, I
Off
disagree.
day,
I disagree because
tomorrow. Tomorrow. Yeah, I thought we were saying for moving forward.
No, just off day. I was thinking.
Oh yeah.
No, I think I think if you're a Red Sox fan, you're on Twitter during the games. Like you may.
I'm just saying, so many things can happen during a game. Series MVP after they just gave up like a grand slam. It would be weird. I don't think it's a good idea.
5:30. 5:30 maybe during pregame.
The Red Sox don't give up grand slams.
No.
How many times have the Red Sox given up a grand slam this year, Steve?
0. Hopefully it stays that way.
All right. You playing the odds.
Did Hop not hit a grand slam?
I don't know if I can go outside today. I might get struck by lightning.
Like, give it up one. Give it up one.
Yeah. Come on.
Who hit one?
Logan O'Hop.
Logan O'Hoppy.
Oh, Hop Dog.
Off of fucking Josh Winkowski.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was David Hamilton shitting his pants.
Yeah.
You're like, that doesn't count.
Let me know when they give up a real grand slam. And then we'll talk.
Oh, man.
Winkowski was fine today.
He was.
Starting again next Saturday, which is going to factor in, I think, into the roster moves they make.
Oh, yeah. No, just take all the fucking thunder out of my segment.
Next Saturday isn't the same series. Doofus.
Well, it's a super spoiler then. The Stop and Shop look ahead. Brought to you by Stop and Shop. Head on down to Stop and Shop. Use the promo code Section 10 to get 10 cents off each tangerine when you buy at least 5 pounds of tangerines only at Stop and Shop using the verbal promo code Section 10, only available inside Stop and Shop. We got a 3-game set here against the Cleveland Guardians. Ooh, the Guardians. Whoa, it's the Guardians again. Look at us. Oh, the Guards. Oh, we're the Guards.
Yeah, Yeah, real tough beating us on our field, pal. Now you're in our house, in your house. How the fuck do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you even garden anyway?
We got right in there.
Yeah. Uncontested, really.
Yeah. Terrible guarding.
Yeah. Yeah, terrible guarding. Game 1 is on Tuesday at 6:10.
Sure, Stats will be happy.
That pisses me off a lot.
That's outrageous.
Tanner Houck versus Ben Lively. Ooh.
Everybody getting the treatment.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the next two guys. Here we go.
I'm Ben Lively. I throw the ball. Da, da, da. Like, sick, dude. No one gives a fuck.
What an idiot. You're literally paid for that, you moron.
Yeah, way to
it's
go.
your job, dude. Congrats. I did a podcast. Ooh. Game 2 is another 6:10 start on Wednesday. T-Dog, it's TBD for the Red Sox. Do you know who's going to pitch?
No announcement yet. They haven't committed to anyone. I think it might involve the 40-man moves we see over the next couple days.
Commitment issues. Ooh. You never know who's going to pitch for the Red Sox on Wednesday in Cleveland. TBD. You know who he's going up against, right? It's Carlos Carrasco. Carlos. He actually fucking had no business pitching as well as he did against the Red Sox.
Well, good luck at home. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck pitching in your house, which is our house. Ooh, and then yikes. The Thursday game, it's a day game. And of course, who draws the short straw? It's Brian. I wear my sunglasses at night, Bello. Versus Triston McKenzie, who I love.
It's a sick
I
game.
love Triston McKenzie.
It's a very cool baseball game.
Oh, yeah. And he's a very cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
Tanner Houck, his control this year is so much better. Last season, he averaged 3.5 walks per 9 and 8.8 hits per 9, which is 12.3 runners per 9. This year, 0.7 walks per 9, 7.4 hits per 9, which is good for 8.1 runners per 9. Again, that is 12.3 compared to 8.1. He's allowing a whole 4 less runners per 9 innings this year, and almost 3 of them are from fewer walks. We'd love that. His last start was the complete game shut piece against the very same Cleveland Guardians team. 19 swings and misses in this game, tied his career high, which came in September of last year. He's only allowed 4 earned runs all year. They all came in the same start. The Red Sox are 3-1 in his games this year, and they have won every game that he has pitched. Ben Lively, he's 0-1 with a 3.5 ERA, an 0.80 WHIP, 12.6 strikeouts per 9. His last start was against the Red Sox. 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned, 1 walk, 7 strikeouts, gave up a bomb. The Red Sox only managed 4 hard hit balls, but they did damage on those, going 3 for 4 with a single, double, and a home run. That was the Wong Dong. Lively got 8 swings and misses to go with his 7 strikeouts. He topped out at 92 and threw 53% fastballs, which seems illegal in today's game. Carlos Carrasco, 1-1, 3.44 ERA, 1.53 WHIP, 7.9 strikeouts per 9. His last start was against the Red Sox. The best of the season for him, 5 2/3, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts, got the win. The Red Sox did have 8 hard hit balls, but they only managed going 3 for 8 with the double. Red Sox had 4 batted balls over 101 miles per hour, and they went 0-4 on those hard hit balls. The Red Sox went 0 for 4 with 29% whiff rate on his slider. Brian Bello, 3-1, a 3.04 ERA, a 1.05 WHIP, and an 8.8 strikeouts per 9. Easily the best start of his young season. His last time out, 6 innings, 1 hit, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts. After only getting 11 strikeouts over his first 15 1/3 innings, he has 15 strikeouts over his last 11 1/3. His FIP is still a little bit high at 413. But it's mostly due to his early home run troubles. 3 in his first 10 innings and only 1 over his last 16 2/3. The changeup is disgusting. Batters are 2 for 35 with a single and a home run, 11 strikeouts and a 36% whiff rate. Sox are 4-1 when he starts. Their only loss was when Bello allowed 1 earned run and 3 total runs to Baltimore. Triston McKenzie, 2-2 with a 5 ERA, a 161 whip. McKenzie has a career average of 9.4 strikeouts per 9. His numbers this year are a dramatic drop. He's never been a flamethrower, averaging around 92.5 for most of his career, but he is down to 90.9 this year, a 1.5 mile per hour drop from last year. He's coming off an elbow injury last year that ended his season after just 16 innings. He opted for rest and rehab over surgery. The Guardians are kind of building him up slowly. He's thrown 78, 87, 84, 84 pitches in his 4 starts this year. He has a massive control issue this year. 15 walks in 18 innings, including a 6-walk outing against the Yankees. So, that is Tanner Houck versus Ben Lively. That is TBD versus Carlos Carrasco. That is Brian Bello versus Triston McKenzie. I am going to start this off by saying the Red Sox take 2 out of 3 in this series. Yeah, I think it's a sandwich 2 out of 3.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's a nice little Sammy twofer. Steve?
Yeah, I have the same. The Guardians do have the most wins in baseball, so they've been playing some good ball. Sox have the best team ERA in Major League Baseball. Guardians are 4th. Red Sox starters ERA 1.73. The next best team in the American League is 2.94, a full run plus ahead of the next team in the American League. Josh Naylor's been going off. He's got a 10.16 OPS this season. I agree with you. I like the Houck and the Bello starts. Brian Bello actually has a better ERA in day games this year than night games.
Wow.
Yeah, surprising. 2.53 in the day, night 3.38. 2 out of 3. And the Sox move to 12-4. That's that's right. Yeah, 12-4 on the road this season after this series. That's what I'm hopeful for.
Damn. Cole?
They are the road Sox. They are the red box. They've been doing it all.
The
all
red
on the road.
box.
So yeah, I mean, 2 out of 3 feels easy. But Carrasco was so bad that last game. I don't really give a fuck who we're throwing. I'm going sweep.
Wow.
Ballsy.
We got a sweep pick by Coley Mick. Holy shit. Unbelievable. We need this kind of positivity.
We just played this team at our greatest disadvantage at home, and they didn't exactly handle us. Those were all winnable ball games. The defense is much more locked in right now. The lineup's gonna have 2 of these games where they score 6 runs, as is tradition when they go on the road, and they're gonna have
we're gonna have Jamie Westbrook
right.
Here by
Yeah,
then.
we're gonna have the mammoth himself, Gigantus Westbrook.
Gigantus Westbrook.
Base.
The barrel man.
So yeah, sweet.
Damn. T-Dog? Tyler? I mean, fucking Steve?
Tyler.
Steve, it's
Tyler?
okay. Continue.
I only cut
Steve?
people off. I'm sorry. Apologize.
No, it's okay. You looked excited. Go.
Steve?
I am genuinely curious. Do you think we can call the rules department, or the Red Sox can call the rules department and demand the rest of their games be on the road? Just at whoever your opponent is, we're playing at your place. Like, who says no to that? If you're the one proposing it, of course the other teams will be like, yeah, more home games, more revenue. Sounds good.
Well, I think what we have to do is make that decision for them.
Yep.
We got to flood the park. I mean, I'm sorry, Dave Meller. You do an amazing job. Sorry about the concert schedule. I don't get a cut from that, so I don't really care that much. But if the Red Sox are going to win this year, we gotta put this thing underwater. We gotta
drown this thing.
We gotta drown the park. Yeah, drown it out.
I bet ownership would prefer just 82 more concerts.
Yep.
Yeah.
New kids on the block, 40 straight nights. They would do
fucking,
that.
What's that stupid ass fucking country band that plays there every year? That they
Zach
do 10
Brown.
straight shows.
Sugarland?
Brown Band. Yeah, have Zach Brown Band play just 90 straight concerts all summer. they'll sell out every single one.
Everyone.
No disrespect to Zach Brown band, but it's like, Jesus Christ.
People go bananas for like a major metropolitan area.
Bananas.
People go crazy for it.
I mean, their record pace on the road is 125 and 37. That pace at home is 49 and 113. Just shut it down. Like, we love going to Fenway. It's great. We can sacrifice the rest of the season. That's it.
I don't even really care. I don't even really like it that much anymore. Parking on opening day was $75.
Yeah, your dad went home. He didn't even want to do it.
Yeah, he dropped off my mom and my sister and then drove around looking for a parking spot, and he was like, "You fucking deal with it." He's like, "Jared's there, so you guys will have a ride home. I'm going home." He just drove home.
What a move.
It was such a New England dad move. Like, I'm sick of this shit. I'm getting out of here.
Yeah. I drove in by myself early. I went to BP with Jake and Steve. And then my dad drove in my mom and my sister, dropped them off at the front like a gentleman, and then went looking for a parking spot, saw the prices, and was like, "See you later, dude. I'm retired. I don't have to be here anymore." It's like, I've put in my years of being dad and husband and office guy. I don't have to deal with this shit.
A noisy outdoor ballpark or an empty house as a dad, it's a no-brainer.
Oh.
It's an absolute no-brainer. Jared,
still watch the game.
Him and his dog, like he's happy. He's got a cigar in one hand and a puggle in the other, and he doesn't give a shit.
I do feel bad about the Dave Meller part of this because he's a close friend of the program. If we're going to drown Fenway, that hurts him. That's not good for him.
Well, I mean, maybe it looks cool for the concerts.
We're also not thinking about the Red Sox biggest sponsor, the United States Navy. If we flood Fenway Park, now we can get a place to test out, do these submarines go down? You just crane them over the monster. You just drop them in there. Does it go down? Boom.
Coley, that's one of the smartest things you've ever said. We're not just flooding this thing to flood it. We're flooding this thing to help accelerate the building of the submarines. I love it.
Got to build the submarines.
Got to build
also, we didn't like the folks at buildsubmarines.com. They've acknowledged us.
I think it was like the head of the Navy. I was very nervous that they're listening. Very nervous.
The head of the Navy.
The head of the Navy. Yeah, the head of the Navy was listening. Big fans of Section 10.
Biden was like, we gotta build them.
Yeah. Biden was like, "Are you seeing this podcast? The people are loving the submarines. The ads are working. Do you see how excited the youth have become about building submarines? This is why we target the Boston Red Sox. This is why we target Fenway Park." We got to talk. This is, Whitney Jones, Director, Submarine Industrial Base. She works at the Navy. PEO, Strategic Submarines. Quote, "We got to talk submarines. Haven't laughed this hard in a long time, but grateful for the Red Sox partnership. We got to build them." I mean, listen, I'm willing to work with the Navy here. Like, I don't want to join, but I definitely want to build. I just want that to be abundantly clear. I'm not trying to enlist. I love being a civilian. But if the submarine's got to get built and no one else is signing up, then I'm front of the line.
I mean, those military contracts, they don't get more lucrative. You know what I mean? That's who we need on our side.
It's kind of, doesn't it have like a little bit of an Armageddon feel to it where it's like, it's like, all right, there's an asteroid coming for Earth. We don't have any trained military people to do this. So let's go get Bruce Willis and a ragtag group of the guys and Ben Affleck, and like, let's get them, Michael Clark Duncan, and get them up on the moon. And then we'll blast this asteroid. They're kind of just like, all right, yeah, we do have the Navy and all that. We have like military personnel. But if we need submarines built and we need them built immediately, Section 10. Like, we've got to turn. There's only one place we can turn if we're going to get this done fast and we're going to get it done right.
They're like,
it's the
listen,
McMahon.
at like Ben Affleck's commentary about Armageddon when he was just like, it would make so much more sense to train NASA engineers to drill for oil before it would train oil riggers to be astronauts. Like we took the hardest route possible. It would be like the Navy being like, look, when you're down there, there's no Wi-Fi down there. You can't get the Netflix, Jake's favorite streaming subscription. So you just gotta have guys who know how to hold a conversation down there. And our guys just don't got it. They don't got the chops to be talking for hours and hours in the abyss. So we're going to get these podcasters. We got to send them down there.
Yeah. I'm ready. I don't really have a whole lot lined up. So yeah, you tell me when. Did we get through all the predictions, Tyler?
I still got to go. 2 out of 3. I think the Tanner Houck start is one of the more interesting ones we're going to see coming off his complete game shutout. For a guy who's had trouble in his career going through a lineup multiple times, we saw him absolutely nail it that last start with the splitter. Well, all right, you're seeing them again for the second time in a row. This is really time to prove yourself and how much that arsenal has grown. Can you handle them twice and show that it doesn't matter if a team knows what you are or what you're throwing. Your stuff is just that good. Also, Raffy coming back. Devers always kills the Guardians. 309 batting average against them in 34 career games. 10 homers total. 5 of them have come in Cleveland on the road. So just a ballpark he typically likes to hit in. So I think Raffy comes back with a vengeance. I think we get Tanner Houck really making a statement. And honestly, even to Coley's point, Carlos Carrasco, he is cooked. He is washed. But you're starting with an opener, so I'll expect that game to kind of go a little sideways. Give me 2 out of 3.
Okay. Steve, how's the weather looking in this series?
Yeah, it is time for the weather look ahead, which is brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears.
You chew them with your mouth.
Chew them with your mouth. Tuesday. I don't have great news for you guys. 6:10 p.m. first pitch, 54 degrees at first pitch, 90% chance of rain around first pitch. And the annoying thing, which also factors into this, it looks like it's going to be raining from about noon to 10 p.m. So
we're going to be around all night then.
So we'll see. Tuesday doesn't look great. Wednesday, 6:10 p.m. first pitch, 44 degrees, 44 degrees, pushing upper 30s by the end of the game. It's going to be cold out there. It's not going to rain, though, on Wednesday. Rain is passing through on Tuesday. Wednesday, you don't have to worry about a raincoat, but you got to dress warm. Dress really warm. Upper 30s. That's going to be a very cold one. Yeah. Thursday, series finale, 1:10 p.m., 49 degrees at first pitch. Another day that's not going to rain, 0% chance of rain. 9-mile-per-hour winds from the northeast, of course, for the finale. So Tuesday, we are worried about Tuesday and a potential rainout.
Yeah.
And that'll do it for the weather look ahead, brought to you by Billy's Gummy Bears. Chew them with your mouth.
Yeah, I saw Dallas was in the broadcast booth. And Coley?
I might get suspended for this. Did Jake give a prediction?
I didn't.
Oh, does Jared get suspended then?
No, I was setting him up for it.
Oh, right.
Jake, what do you got for the Guardian series?
It's a classic revenge sweep. They obviously can't beat us in Cleveland.
Right. Not in our house.
Jake's hot right now.
2007 ALCS.
Not in our house.
I would have suspended myself for not asking Jake, but we went on such a long tangent.
We did.
In between
we did.
picks.
I just wanted to listen. Just needed it on the record. Kid's hot.
Yeah,
Gotta
I
feed
agree.
him the ball.
You got to give him the ball. You pass the ball to Tucker. Only Coley gets that. And it just pisses me off so much.
None of these other kids watched. None of them. None of these use Steve, Jake, or Tyler.
That's Arnold, right? Isn't that Hey Arnold?
It was Hey Arnold.
Oh, there we go.
Pass the ball to Tucker.
He's like, whatever you do, pass the ball to Tucker, right?
Yeah.
Shout out everyone who showed the 2000 Nickelodeon shows a lot of love. The truth really came out. It was nice to see.
Here's the tough thing. I want to say something real quick because the 2000s did get a lot of love. Shout out to. I just want to say that's with the caveat of, and shout out to Corey who's been crushing it with the graphics. I just think it is a little cheap when the like option is the 2000s and the retweet is 90s, because people don't want to retweet. They just want to like.
100% that's what it was. If it was a poll, then our generation's Nickelodeon smokes Tyler's generation.
You're just lucky I didn't pull out the big guns. I didn't even say Ned's the classified school survival guy.
Never even heard of that.
Just a terrible name for a show.
It is an incredible show. It taught you how to be a kid, how to get through school, to get through tough situations in life.
Oh, it didn't work.
Look at me. I'm still standing. It did work.
No, it didn't.
I'm on this podcast talking to you.
Yeah. More school shooters produced from your generation than any other.
Your generation started it. What the fuck are you talking about? You did it first. Thank you. Thank you.
I guess.
Mike fucking dropped. End the violence.
Crazy. I'm not wrong.
Not at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
It's those fucking cartoons you idiots were watching.
Yep. Yep, it was.
Did Ned teach you how to survive that, dickhead? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Helped with a lot, man. Need to take a shit in school. This is what you do. Thanks, Ned.
No. We just had better shows. It's fine. All right. Was there anything that I missed? We good?
Yeah.
Jake's takes?
Just if anyone from the Navy's tuning in, thanks for listening.
Yeah, shout out to the Navy.
Looking forward to getting working with you guys.
Mm-hmm. Hoorah.
That's the Marines.
I think that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah. Very clearly the Marines.
Which,
if you're
the Marines are part
if you're
of
a
the
Marine
Navy.
listening, yeah, but no.
I agree.
Marines would be pissed if you said that.
For sure.
Yeah. Yeah, the Marines will not take kindly to what Tyler just said. So I had to act quick on that suspension.
You did.
If we're gonna maintain our integrity with military folks
Our
listening,
bosses, yeah.
we gotta get it. Our project managers, we gotta get it right. We gotta get it right, Tyler.
I apologize.
That's
I was
fine.
ignorant.
It was. Yeah, it was ignorance. You didn't know. You thought you were doing a thing, but it wasn't a thing. So, yeah. The Marines rally cry is, it's got to go down.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, because of the ocean.
I'm convinced that he doesn't listen to the show even when he's on it.
It's the Marines.
Yeah, the submarines in the ocean. You got to go down.
Yeah, the ocean doesn't go down. The submarines, the submarines go down in the ocean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Any final thoughts for you today, Tyler?
New Milliken mailbag drop today, number 3.
Yes.
Bunch of Red Sox.
I have to check that out. That's why I didn't retweet. I don't give inauthentic retweets. I don't just blindly retweet. Like, I got to read it first, and then I give my seal of approval. I haven't had the chance to read it yet today, but I will do that tonight.
4,000 words, 2025 lineup
definitely
projection in there. Jump in. It's a good time.
4,000 words.
Wrote it all between Friday night and stayed up all last night. It's a good
How
time.
many questions did you answer?
9. I'm just very in depth.
Okay. Coley, any final thoughts today?
Nope.
Steve, any final thoughts today?
Yeah, I saw a Coley tweet, and I fully agree with it, that the Sea Dogs should bring back the teal jerseys. I believe you said that, Coley. Yeah.
Sure did.
Retweet verbally. I'm verbally retweeting right now.
Thank you.
And they look great. Bring them back.
Yep.
Little walk-off for Maya kid. Call him up.
Yeah.
Dude, he looked good in the
Get
teal
him up
coat.
here. The fuck you
started.
doing wasting him down there?
And they got a kid named Teal wearing teal, so it's like,
Holy shit, dude.
I know, dude.
Oh, the fuck, dude. All right. We'll see. On Friday, pretty much. I mean, we're gonna record Thursday night, and then you'll listen on Friday. It's only Sunday. You're gonna go for a whole week without talking to you guys. Don't miss us too much. If you do, just tweet at us. We'll answer. Tyler will. He's criminally online.
There's why? Why do you need to say?
I'm
that?
just saying. Are you
During
not
Red
online
Sox
all the time?
games.
Are you not? Are you not
During
online
the
all
Red
the time?
Sox. Not all the time.
You online a lot?
I'd be doing things in real life, IRL.
Yeah. Same. All right. We'll see you after the Guards. The Guardian series. Ooh, okay. All right. We'll see you then. Bye.
Buenas noches, amigos.